master at work.
Hey man, we back like we never left. You know what I'm saying? It's episode 105 to the ELAB pod. Tevin, can you hear me?
I can hear you this time.
Oh, yes, brother. Hey, yes. Hey, we are good to go, man.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, I'm your host, Mitch, my co-host here, Tevin, man. We're here to bring you some football, some college football, some NFL football. Tevin, man, how's it going, man? How's your week? How's your mental, personally, or, just sports-wise?
Hey man, I'm glad to be here. RP D'Angelo, man. It's a legend
Yeah,
right there. Neo
it's
classical king, man. Classical soul king, man. Moms used to have D'Angelo in the deck plenty of times. She stayed playing that. So RP D'Angelo, man, just
respect.
chilling, man. Keeping up with the sports. The baseball is kind of man, because the Yankees lose. It is
Yan-
what it
yeah,
is.
the Yankees lose.
That's
Shit
some
was hilarious. I
bullshit,
can't lie.
man. Some bullshit. But Texans is coming back on this off this bye week. I need my quarterback to lock in, man. We can talk about that later, man. Talking about he tired, man. Hey, bro, you a young bull. You better figure that shit out. Stay out
Man,
them strip clubs,
facts,
man. Stay
facts,
in the
facts. All
training
right, man.
facilities. What's
I was
good?
going.
What's going on though? What we
Uh,
got on the agenda today, man? What we got on the
I
agenda
was gonna
today?
start with NFL, but I tapped into ESPN real quick, and we'll start with college, man. So, Indiana announces a new 8-year, $93 million contract for Coach Zanetti for IU, man. So, I was
Damn.
gonna bring up a different topic later on when we talked about it because I was gonna say something about Penn State, and yeah, he could be a front runner, but it don't look like that's gonna happen no more. He's locked in. What's your thoughts on it, man?
Hey man, shout out to Indiana.
They
Again,
said they got
we
bread out
might
there too. They
we
because
might
that's what.
have some Indianimals watching. I'm from the city. I'm from Louisville. We don't like y'all. We don't like Indiana at all. But if y'all watched the podcast last week, I told everybody. I said give Indiana the points. I like Indiana's coach, and I like the way they play, man. Plus I like IU, man. IU's a nice place to go. I told y'all that last week. So I really just think, man, they seen the writing on the wall. A lot of coaches is getting fired. A lot of spots is getting opened up, and they said, we gonna nip that in the bud real quick. We ain't even gonna fuck with that. So they pretty much made sure they locked in their coach, the future of their program. And they didn't mess around. I think it's dope, man. I think he deserved it. He's turned that program around swiftly,
Yeah.
man. He's definitely the type of coach archetype you're looking for. I mean, they
Mm-hmm.
just came off of a playoff entry or playoff bid. So, and it looks like if they keep playing this way, they about to get him another one, man. So
So is
it's
it too
dope.
early to say that he's the coach of the year?
I don't want to say that because I feel like I kind of been locked in on certain teams for real. I ain't really branched myself out to say that he's coach of the year. You could definitely say he's a candidate though. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
because nobody was picking Indiana to
Yeah.
not only beat Oregon, but they beat them. They beat them at Oregon.
With ease.
Yeah, they beat them at Oregon. So that definitely gets you in the candidacy for coach of the year, in my opinion.
Because on the books, the rest of I don't think they play another ranked team until they play in the Big Ten championship. So they're probably going to run the table. So it's like
Yeah.
he's the only reason I like I was hating on him because last year I'm like, bro, it's IU football, man. They're coming here and get busted up, and they did. But I saw
Right.
something that said they have 0 5-star recruits. They have like a few 4 stars, and they're doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Greg, like I like that type of coach because I'm a Louisville fan, so I always support what Rick Pitino would do more with less. And he's at IU now. Granted, they got some money over there because I think they said, what's old boy? It used to be the Mavericks owner.
Never saw. Oh,
What's his name?
we
They
know
said he's like
him.
he's an alum from there.
Yeah,
So
because
like, so
he's from
they said
Shark
IU
Tank.
had,
From
yeah,
Shark
they said
Tank.
Mark Cuban is who I'm thinking
Mark
of.
Cuban. There we go.
So they said IU got a lot of money. So like, I guess they can get the players through NILs and stuff. But I just like the coach that they don't have the best players, but when they put the pedal to the metal, they you see good product on the field, and
Right.
he be talking that shit. And I granted he lost,
Yeah,
but
he
for the
can
most
talk his
part,
players to a wall, man. He gets
yeah,
his guys
like
riled up. As we spoke about last week, from James Madison, like he's not new to this. You know
facts,
this is what he
facts.
does. So he's just on
Appreciate
a
that,
bigger
T.
platform.
I was struggling there with Mark Cuban, man. My bad. I was struggling. It's
Yeah,
old age,
I
dog.
forget Mark
I be
Cuban's
forgetting.
name because he's a real one in real life, bro. But y'all know the squad. He was an asshole to my team. Yeah, he was an asshole to my team, so we didn't really fuck with cubes like that. But the only cube we fuck with is Ice Cube, So
uh,
yeah, we wasn't
so
rocking
speaking
with
of
that.
coaches, we'll move on to it's kind of late, but it was big news last week, and big. I think it happened towards the end of the week. Might have been the beginning of this week. James Franklin. Everybody saw the writing on the wall. Him getting fired. My question is, he has a $50 million buyout. Do you think? I'm pretty sure they thought about this. Do you think schools should have a clause in there to be like,
Well,
now granted, he
so
did good. The only thing that sucks is he did good last year, so he can't be like, oh, you had a losing record. But like
so
Jimbo Fisher, that motherfucker had a 90, what is that, $76 million buyout, bro. Like that's crazy.
so it's
I feel
crazy
like there
because
should be
we
a
was
clause
talking
in there, be
about
like,
it.
if you do bad, you should be able to be like, hey, bro, we're not that buyout. We'll still give you some of that money, but we ain't gonna give you the full amount, bro. That's that.
It's crazy because we was talking about it last week, and yeah, that was wild. Because I told you I didn't know, but I figured they'd probably just give him more time. Because I mean, I know Joe Paterno won for them, but I don't. How many did he win? I don't think he won like
I don't
a
ever know.
whole bunch of natties. Maybe he did because that shit happened a long time ago. If it happened,
Mm-hmm.
but I knew he won at least one. But I know Joe Pat was a legend there, and they kept him. Honestly, even after all the scandal came out, they was low key
Mm-hmm.
fighting, like trying to get rid of him. So I figured they would have kept him longer, especially how long he had been there and the rapport they had, uh, with the coaching staff and the team. But I think it was a good question to ask because like the writing was kind of getting put on the wall, and I guess we were just downplaying it because I mean, we knew the buyout and we just didn't think it would happen that fast. But I think him down like you had said, him downplaying like, oh, well, the players
Mm-hmm.
are just not ready. They're still pressed about the Oregon. Like you can't say that shit as a coach, man.
Yeah,
You
it's
can't
bad. It's a
you
bad
can't
look.
say these things and think people aren't watching you, especially in this time of NIL. You got all these boosters. People are putting a lot of funding into the program to make these teams good, and then they're just not. And I think also Drew Aller getting hurt probably helped them
Yeah.
make their decision a little easier. So I think
Mm-hmm.
that's how we got here. But as far as the buyout, I was talking to a buddy of mine, and that it's funny you asked about clause. I think there are some caveats in his contract, and you might want to look him up too. I'm pretty sure he can't make more. He has to find a job within a certain amount of time, and then he can't.
Mm.
And it doesn't have to be a coaching job. I think it just has to be a job. But he can't make more than what the buyout is paying him like annually. I
Okay.
think, or else
Okay.
they're not responsible for that.
Responsible.
So if I'm him, man, I'm gonna go to ESPN. Hey man, y'all need an extra analyst? Pay me this much, and I'm cool.
Yeah.
Cause then I can get me a little check from ESPN for the low ski, but still
Mm-hmm.
get my bag and do some easy shit. You feel me?
He'll
Being an
probably do what
analyst.
Jimbo's doing, just because Jimbo Fisher, he's a ACC analyst, ACC
Exactly. That's
network.
what
So he'll
I'm
probably just go
saying.
to the Big Ten state. You know all the teams you play against
Cause
them, so you know the ins and
Cause
outs
if
of the
he's
team. So,
coaching, man, he's not all the way locked out, bro. He didn't quit. He got
mm-hmm.
fired, or they agreed to part ways, But he's not all the way locked out. So obviously, getting him as an analyst, even with the travel, that's not a bad job for him, bro. I don't know if maybe he wants to coach still. I can't speak for him,
Said he's young. He's
but
like early 50s. That's one thing about Cincinnati. He's like
yeah,
64 or some
I
shit.
just wouldn't rush, man. I wouldn't rush. Like you got a dream job, uh, as in you get to work wherever you want and get paid a
Mhm.
bag. So I wouldn't rush personally. It would have to be the right situation. I'm not just gonna take any situation just to be a coach.
Okay. So we said a little bit about NIL when we were talking about the first topic. I saw this little thing on ESPN. It said this high school player, his mom has a lawsuit for the NIL. The receiver is like he's the number one receiver in Ohio and the number one player in the nation, Jameer Brown. He's like basically saying, and I get it. He's basically saying like, you're this top recruit. You're this player that's trying to go to all these camps and stuff. That shit costs. There's basically saying like they made an evaluation of this player and that he's worth this. Do you think they say the amateurism of high school sports? Do you think that high school players should get NIL money,
Man,
or are we open up can of worms? Like it's gonna
I mean, they already did with
legally,
college.
legally, let's say legally do it because it's still
They
happening,
already
but legally,
did. They already did with college, right? But if they do that with high school, that shit'll get
it's gonna be
that's
30
that's
million.
even more to keep up with. It's one thing with college, and that's a lot of programs. High school, sheesh. I mean, you probably have as many high
What
school
up, Zell?
programs in one state that you have colleges, depending
Bro.
on the state, whether it's like a New York, Texas, Cali, like all the high schools they probably have in that state probably damn near matches the Division 1 program. So nah, I'm not with that, man. I think now I
He
don't
also
know
has
if
he
they
also he also has signed to Ohio State, so he's already committed to Ohio State. So
yeah,
I feel like
yeah.
they're
I
giving him money.
mean,
So
yeah, did he sign or he committed?
he's committed. He's committed to
Yeah,
Ohio State.
so if he's committed, we can't be giving you, favors because you can decommit. So we got to get you signed on the dotted line before
Mm-hmm.
we do anything, right? Because I mean, even if he leaves the next year, he's got to make some type of commitment. I think maybe it would be cool for like sponsorships, possibly
Mm-hmm.
for these, programs and camps and stuff. And I'm honestly the way technology is, hell, you can do a GoFundMe just for about anything nowadays.
That's a fact.
There's ways they can get the money. They just trying to fast track it, and I get it. But nah, man, you can't do
You're right.
that. College is already a slippery slope that they ain't even figured out yet. So how you gonna go to high school? Yeah, like I get what they doing, but that's dead. That's dead.
Yeah, I still it's tough because illegally it happens. It's I'm now this player he might not be, but they had documentaries on SMU with Eric Dickerson and all them when they was in high school and they was getting recruited. Now, granted, it was from different schools, so this situation is different. He just wants, I guess, an NIL deal. They just said an NIL. I don't know if he wants an NIL deal for Nike or just an NIL deal through Ohio State, but these kids is getting. If you're the number two player in the nation, I feel like you're getting probably. I'm not trying to count people's pockets, but you're getting some type of money under the table to go to Ohio State. I could be wrong, but
And here's the thing
I've
too,
seen it with my own eyes before.
it's not illegal to hire a teenager. So there's ways around now. Obviously, you would have to look at the legalities and the actual terms of the paperwork, but there's ways you could like quote unquote hire someone to, you know, put them on payroll if that's really the case. But I'm like, say for example, if it's a Nike camp, it's your camp.
Yeah, facts.
If this is a potential athlete that you want to sign, do what you need to do to get them in there. Like if a kid is that good, if a kid's that good where he's number one everything, I don't that we've been in school, bro. We used to be on sports.
Yeah,
They make shit shake. when you're talented, they make shit shake. So it's kind of like I get like now if you need money in your pockets, that's a whole nother, that's a whole nother conversation. And I get it, but we're not gonna help you with that. But as far as like yeah,
Damn, your shit
so
like bad. But no, I agree. It's just I feel like it could be an easier situation for everybody, but it's like you said, it just makes it a slippery slope because he's the number two player in the nation. So that means number 250 is gonna want 5 bands. So everybody's gonna want a little piece of the pie. But we'll see. I feel like it's getting brought to somebody's attention because he's the number two player in the nation. He's just a receiver. Imagine it's the number one player in the nation as a quarterback. That shit might change some things. Like a receiver, cool. Quarterback, that can change your whole team. Now, granted, the only thing that makes it not as potent is the transfer portal. Because high school players really ain't highly sought like these transfers for real. So that's the only thing that kind of negates it a little bit, but we'll see, man. So let's get to the next topic, man. I know you don't like doing mid-season or too early
no,
rankings, but
it's cool.
since the college is
We made it.
halfway,
Yeah, we halfway. We made it far. Now this is the time where you hit me with these
okay,
rankings. I got a body of work to deal with.
okay. So mid-season awards in college football. I looked at I think it was ESPN or Sports Illustrated. They had the Heisman frontrunners. They had
What we got?
Ty Simpson, quarterback for Bama, Carson Beck from Miami, Fernando Mendoza from IU, the quarterback, Jeremiah Smith, wide receiver, and Jaden Mavia from USC.
Mm-hmm. From USC.
Do you have somebody outside this list, or do you have who would you think is the front runner out of those people?
Mm, who I think, or who I like. Like if I base it off of what they would pick, it's probably gonna be Carson. Probably Carson Beck because he's at Miami and they got the brand exposure. So I
What
feel
up,
like
Ted?
what'd you say?
I was saying, what's up to Ted?
Oh, Ted in there. What up, Ted? I feel like that's the person who's gonna get the most, votes at the moment. I like Mendoza the most of what you named, just because IU's doing things that we didn't expect them to do, and I think that factors a lot in when you're doing Heisman personally. But I know Mavi is pretty nasty with the numbers, and he was
Mm-hmm.
really doing his thing too. I just man, I don't like how USC kind of plays. Like I feel like well, they just beat. Did they just beat Michigan? Am I tripping? They
Yeah,
they
yeah,
just
they
beat
did.
Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a good win for them. They beat Michigan. So shout out to them for beating Michigan. But it's just like I'm still not sold on them. If it makes sense. Like I feel like they gonna get us caught in the trap, and then when it's a team they ain't supposed to lose to, they're gonna fuck around.
Well, one thing about USC though, and their head coach Lincoln Riley, he knows how to have some Heisman winners though. So
Yeah.
that could not saying that's gonna be the reason why, but he has in his recent history has had Heisman winners. Personally, I think the obviously Jeremiah Smith is the best player in this group, but I don't think he's gonna win it because his numbers are good, but they're not like crazy right now. I like that boy Ty Simpson, man. He had a terrible first game of the year, and he
Yeah.
looked awful, like he shouldn't have been there. But he's bounced back. Last game he didn't have the greatest numbers, but he did have a game-winning drive. So, and he's kind of offensively. You think Ryan Williams would be doing what he's supposed to be doing, but he ain't do
Right.
shit. And they got offensive linemen out there trying to score touchdowns. So Ty Simpson, I have Ty Simpson, but I agree. Carson Beck, they're the number one, well, projected number one team, the best team, and normally that's who the person goes to. Unless you have the crazy numbers that you can't even argue with. That's the
And
only
that's the thing. Like when
so
you look at the numbers, though, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like Carson's not really spiking on any numbers. Like Hell, I even think
He's just winning and not fucking up,
yeah,
basically.
and I think Darian Mensah from Duke has maybe like passing numbers better than Beck. But like you
Yeah, it's
said, I
just
mean,
like Carson is just on the best. It's like
right.
you can't not have him up there because first of all, he was a Heisman candidate
I mean,
last year, and
you could if you're trying to,
yeah.
really
But I
evaluate
can't hate
him.
on him. He's whether just I can't say he's not one of the reasons why Miami's doing good. So
Right.
like it's kind of like when I'm not gonna be disrespectful to Carson Beck. I was gonna call him one of them old school
What was
Alabama
you gonna
quarterbacks,
say?
but
You said
I
old
was
school
gonna
what?
Alabama, one of them old school white Nick Saban quarterbacks that just they got the job done, but didn't really do nothing crazy.
Yeah. Hey, I'll say this though. I had to look at
What
my
up, Ted?
numbers.
Hey, damn! I said what's up 3 times, my boy. Hey, damn!
I
I
had
see
to.
you in the chat. Sheesh.
Dang. All right, bro.
Gosh, Ted.
He got the kids on the YouTube. He got the kids on the YouTube. Damn. But I was looking over my numbers. It looks like Beck is 6 in QBR, and I love QBR.
Shout out
But
to my brother.
Mavia's,
Hold on. Shout out to my brother. I said Alabama quarterbacks. He said AJ McCarron. Yes, that's basically them type of. I
yeah,
wasn't.
yeah, yeah. But
I
hey,
can't think of all them
hold
movies.
on. AJ
He
was
was cool.
nice.
He was
Now
cool.
Mac was the one I was like, hell no. Nah, but
They're
shout
all in the
out to
same tier
Mac
for
because
me.
he
They're
been
all in the
doing his
same.
thing right now. Mac
Yeah,
been
they're
doing his
all.
thing for them Niners.
Those
Mac
are
been
all in
doing
the
his
same
thing for
category as
them
me.
Niners.
But
Yeah.
Beck is
Now I feel you
hooping.
though. But yeah, Carson Beck's 6 in QBR right now, and I love QBR. But the number one QBR quarterback is Mavia, so he's definitely earning his right. He's got a 90. What is it? 93.1, and that's out of 100. So
Mm-hmm.
that means
Yeah, I can't. We'll see.
he's
Yeah,
carrying them boys. They got
there's
Notre
some.
Dame this week, so and I think we talked
Yeah,
about that today.
and Bama's got Tennessee, so you know the SEC guys are going to play some good
Oh
teams.
yeah,
So
yeah, for sure,
is
for sure.
you're going to be able to
Big
decide.
Ten too though. Big Ten too though.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's see who's the rest of USC. They gonna have
So
some rivals
now we'll
probably
say
on this shit.
your boy Fernando, he has a shot to like they're not going to play nobody, so his stats
Yeah,
could get real
he can run
crazy.
it up. He can run it up.
So
But
that's the
Mavia can
one good.
solidify it because he got he got Notre Dame this week. Uh, he's got a bye. Then in 2 weeks they got Nebraska at Nebraska, and he's on the road the next two games. They got Northwestern at the crib. Iowa's going to be at their crib, and Iowa loves to play defense and do the old school ball. And then to finish the season, they got to go to Oregon, and they got to play their rival UCLA at the crib. And UCLA,
Yeah,
they
he
started
turned it
horrible,
around.
but they've
Pause.
been
Yeah.
cooking a little bit lately, and they gonna turn up for their rival for sure.
Okay.
We know how
We're
that
moving
is.
on to the next
Yes, sir.
college, position for whoever is the front runner. Who do you think the best receiver outside of because everybody's gonna say like Jeremiah outside of Jeremiah Smith because most people are gonna say Jeremiah Smith he's the best receiver. Cool, whatever.
Man, if I'm
Who do you
being
think?
biased, I'm gonna say my guy Ryan, because I'm high on Ryan.
Ryan who? Ryan who?
Ryan Williams, man. I know how y'all be hating on him, but I said, listen, before you go off on a tangent, I said if I'm being biased. But if we really just
Hey,
going off of
hold on,
this year,
pause. Can you be biased with a game with no receptions?
listen, man, I'm going off of the talent. I'm just telling you. I'm just
Oh, this
telling
is
you.
mid-season
But
review.
again, look, you pressing and you not listening. That's if I'm being biased. If I keep it a bean with you and I go off of what the year is, I'm gonna say Lemon or Craver. Lemon or Craver been going crazy.
That's
Lemon from USC, Craver. I think they
what's it?
about they
A&M.
about here with me. So I would say one of them. I say one of them.
Okay, those because on the list they had both of those guys on there.
Yeah,
Uh,
because I ain't really got to see. I know about Lemon. I already knew about Lemon. I haven't really watched too many USC games. I seen Craver. I seen Craver man,
yeah,
capitalize on them missed
Him and
tackles and
Concepcion.
take off in a Notre Dame game. So
Yeah, I got a
I
person
know what he
nobody
got
talks
going.
about. His quarterback was hurt. Hopefully he plays this week. And boy, Arizona State, Jordan Tyson, dog. I'm telling you. He is NFL ready, and Zell like this. He's not going to be a premier. Well, I shouldn't because this guy is a premier guy in the NFL. He's the college version of St. Brown. He be
Hey,
doing.
can I
He's
ask a question about
go ahead.
receivers real quick? Cause y'all be on my boy Ryan, like he's a bum and all this shit. But and y'all been keeping up. Has Ryan been complaining and whining?
I don't think so.
Okay, so why is it when my boy stay in his lane, even when he have a slump, we on his neck, but when it comes to Arthur Warren, as far as our panel, we give that man all type of excuses and well they should be doing it, and he's killing the team, which we know because we played football. You don't need a guy like that in your locker room. Whereas
NFL is
Ryan,
just different.
Ryan
NFL
got
is just
new
different.
guy. Nah, it ain't different. It's the same type of
It is
mentality.
because the
Ryan,
ego ain't the same.
hold on. Ryan is on the cover of the fucking game. He is the biggest star on the team, and he got new guys coming in there outshining him. He could be doing all type. Man, they just not really taking care of. He could do that if he wanted to, especially in this NIL time. But he's not, bro. He's playing his role and he's playing his position. I think I think we should give more credit to receivers like that instead of making excuses for divas in the NFL just because they made it to the NFL when they ain't never really do shit in college. Let's keep it a buck. He didn't do shit in college.
Well, up to this point, he's probably done more. He probably did more in college than your
No,
boy has.
no.
So
Go check their
even if he had,
freshman to freshman year.
no,
Hell
no, no,
no.
no, no, no. I'm saying no, not freshman year. His freshman year was
I don't
crazy.
even think
But
all together. I think his
so
most yards was like 6, 7, 800, maybe.
so
Go
when
ahead
you
though.
when you
Go
say
ahead.
like I feel like it's a terrible comparison because yes, in 2025 these athletes do have the leeway to be able to voice their opinion, but you really don't. What college player have you seen do that before? Like just go out on lit. Like nobody really does, especially a football player. Like I don't know a football player that
Even
really
if you
does it.
don't say maybe get the ball, your actions can speak louder than your words, right? Like, RP Kyron Lacey, a lot of the shit we gave him for us, anyways, not the media and they bullshit. If we was analyzing him, we were talking about like, hey, bro, all the extra shit on the field is unnecessary. You talented. You don't gotta do all that. That's what I'm saying. If somebody's not carrying themselves like that, maybe they have a little slump. That's when we expect though especially receivers. Come on, bro. Especially receivers. We expect to see. I ain't seen no bad body language. I ain't seen them. We haven't heard anything bad. So I
There's
was
a
just
reason why.
curious
There's a
because
reason why he has. The, I'll be the person to say it. There's a reason why the people feel this way about him, and it's really nothing to do with his. Some of it is his gameplay, but a lot of it's the whole Jerry McCain thing, the whole Caleb Williams thing when it comes to the painting the nails and all that stuff. He's not tough. That's a lot of the narrative that they're talking
I
about. Me
don't care about none
personally,
of that shit.
you my number one receiver, bro. You can't have zero catches in a game, bro. It's just
I don't care
like
about none
he's
of that
and
shit.
all these drops. Like I'm not like AJ Brown might be complaining about at least I don't think he's leading his team in drops. He might be, I don't know, but NFL
I'm
is a
pretty
whole different
sure
ball
he's
game
definitely leading his team in
because
drop.
because it's NFL is just different. Like it's deep. You don't. There might be diva receivers in college, but you don't know they're diva receivers. They don't have that microphone like they do in the NFL. AJ Brown at the
Yeah,
first.
but
AJ Brown's not the first NFL receiver to do
but
it. That's what
but
I'm
let's
saying.
add context too, Mitch. Even if it is completely different as far as the stardom, that don't affect how you guys are pro Arthur Wine but anti Ryan Williams when one is a cancer to the team and the other one isn't. And we got it in reverse because we should not want the guy that's a cancer to his team doing what he's doing. Even if he has some financial reasons to possibly feel that way, like
I
that
got you,
don't help
Ted.
your team win. What's up? What's up? What they got? What they
He
talking?
said he said next subject. I'm with you. I get it. It's just different, bro.
Hey
College
man,
and
Ted
NFL.
Ted go on.
It's
He ain't
just
on the panel today. We got this.
it,
We
it's
don't
just
we
it's
don't need
just
we don't need chime from the
uh
peanut gallery. But go ahead. What we got?
but we kind of touched on it. Pause. Coach of the year, midseason coach of the year, who you got? Because I got a
That one I
sleeper
could.
pick.
I ain't got nothing for you on that. I mean, yeah, I don't have nothing for you on that.
I got Georgia Tech's coach, man. I like him. Like Georgia Tech ain't the same football team we grew up on. The formations that they used to run the hell at the
Mm.
ball. They changed. He changed the culture at Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech. I'm not gonna say they're a powerhouse, but you can't sleep on Georgia Tech. And they might not win the prettiest games. But them motherfuckers is like I think they 6-0. So I like Georgia Tech's head coach. Now, granted, and they play in the weak ass ACC, so it ain't like he's got to play. I don't know if they have to play Miami this year, but if they do, they might have one loss. More than likely, it's going to go to IU's coach. I think because unless it goes to a smaller team, like I don't like when like I don't think Ryan Day. I don't think it really goes to him that much. Like the big schools, like Ryan Day, like if they go undefeated, he's not going to win Coach of the Year. It'd be like a team you didn't expect, like Cincinnati. He's what he's done. My front runners be IU or Georgia Tech, and more
What
than likely
about
IU's
Texas A
coach.
and M's coach?
He could. Was
Yeah,
yeah.
Mike Elko.
Only reason I don't is another reason I give Georgia Tech props and IU is those programs. People don't realize Texas A&M, they got hella money. And this NIL thing. Now, granted, it has nothing to do with coaching, but in this day and age, that NIL shit means a lot. Texas A&M has a lot of more money than a lot of schools.
They do,
Like,
but they haven't really invested into their program until Johnny Manziel. For the
yes,
longest,
I'm saying
for the
till
longest, yeah,
not
the
like
football program. So I'm just looking at like candidates. Like I don't think nobody's locked in on that because you got to look at how the year finished too. Like I don't think there's a true runner with coach of the year. I think that's a more even playing field. But when you look at Texas
hold on,
A&M, what's up?
I want to do this 1v1 real quick, which y'all have you ready to 1v1. So the chat's in here saying Ted said peanut gallery is crazy. I'm just watching my G League player Tevin develop on the
Man,
panel.
listen, I don't got time for Tez
Okay.
BS because we actually talking about a topic and he just want to be seen when he could easily, he got the
Join in,
link.
huh? He joined in on the
Yeah, he got
convo.
the link.
Okay.
Like
He
like
got the
like
link. All
don't
right,
don't
man.
talk in the comment section. I pull up. That's the difference between
Okay.
me and Ted.
Okay.
Look,
Let
I
him
don't gotta
know.
talk. But back to focusing on my Texas A&M. This is SEC football, right? They got Arkansas. We know that's a wash. They play at LSU, play at Missouri, South Carolina. That would be a good game. Then they got Sanford, and then they in their season against their rival, your Texas Longhorn. So I see a Texas A&M team if they can finish that undefeated, he locked. He locked for the head coach of the year. Because I
It's
mean,
very
that's
possible.
a tough
But he has but
schedule.
it is, but you gotta say if Signetti does it, if he goes runs the table too, it's gonna be a close battle if all those coaches got
Yeah, but
wins.
like you already said though,
The
they
SEC
schedule's
is tougher.
ass. They schedule's ass. So and then we also got to look at value of the opponents they already beat. They beat Notre Dame, they beat Auburn, and they beat Mississippi State. I want to say at the time they was undefeated, and they beat Florida. So they got some programs on there that have tradition and prestige. So that's what I'm saying. Like
Oh no, if he
I can
beats
see Texas
Texas,
A&M.
we're not even though we're not like where we should be. That game is like the OU Texas game. Like that's a rivalry
Yeah,
that they brought back last
if
year.
y'all keep winning and y'all get on
Yeah,
trend, that game can determine a lot of shit at the end of the year.
yeah,
That could
that's a fact.
determine a lot. But I definitely like IU. IU they number 3. So you got to keep them in the top there. And then maybe I don't has Ryan Day won one before?
I don't know. He should
We'll
be
see if
close.
he's in the talk
Yeah,
because it is OSU. But Cristobal, you got to put Cristobal in there
yeah,
too.
yeah. That's true. That's
So
true. All
it's
those
going to
guys.
depend on how the season finishes. But
Yeah, that's true.
yeah.
Hey man, I know Zed wants to hear this, man. So I'm a Louisville fan. Miami plays Louisville tomorrow night. Miami's a 13.5 point favorite. Is there any chance in hell? Can Louisville cover? Let's just say that. Can Louisville cover the 13.5?
I mean, they can.
Will they? Will they cover
Probably not the way they've been playing, but it's at Miami.
at Miami?
Is Isaac Brown finally healthy?
don't know if it matters. I don't think it matters if he was or not.
I mean, if it did, it would if he is healthy because he's from the city,
He
so
from yeah.
I think he would show out. I mean, unless Isaac Brown is about to pull up and run for 200, you feel me? I don't know,
Yeah,
but
but probably BTA, man. I
yeah,
guess
I would
my
just go
brother said
ahead and
Christian got
talk
one.
that. I mean, what's crazy is I've talked to some Louisville fans, and it's wild because Miller Moss, man, he BTA y'all when he was at USC, but as a
Right.
Cardinal, he can't give y'all the same
Yeah.
energy.
And
He can't give y'all that
yeah,
effort, bro. That's crazy. But yeah, I know we got the comments buzzing. I had to finish my take, man. As far as Ted doing all his stuff, Ted, what's funny about Ted? Ted, I'm pretty sure Ted's like the youngest out of all of us, and the man just started podding. Like he act like he a pod goat. He brand new to this game.
hey,
I'm
let
just
him
brand
know,
new to the
Ted. Let him
panel.
know, Ted. You are a
I,
pod goat. Let him know,
man, he's
Ted.
not a pod goat. I'm just new to the panel. I've been doing this shit. I talk sports all day. So Ted thinking he big dog. Last time me and Ted got into it, he ain't talk on the pod for like 45 minutes. So
That's a
I'm just
fact. That
saying.
is a fact.
I'm
That
just
that is a
saying.
fact. Hey,
I'm
I
just
was
saying,
there.
bro. Like, he don't want that smoke. That's little bro, bro. Shout out to little bro. I got him.
Well,
I
damn,
got
calling little
him.
bro is crazy. That's crazy. I
He
think
is little bro.
he
What is
might
he,
be drunk a
30?
pot.
I'm older than him. I'm pretty sure I'm taller than him. Big dog.
Damn, that's
Big
crazy. Hey,
dog.
man, we ain't gonna have a Queens flip, fucking Mark Lamont Hill
Nah,
situation going on,
nah.
dog. Let's get.
Come on now. Come on
All right,
now.
man. We're
I
moving
can't do
along.
Ted like
Next
that, man.
game.
I gotta make sure my nieces is good. They need their daddy.
The next topic, man. You've been howling this team early in the season. Who you got? LSU versus Vandy. I think this is a key
LSU
game.
versus Vandy. It's at LSU.
Is it? I think it is. Let's see.
Where that? That college that matters the most. I said Vandy.
Oh, damn.
Ooh.
That might change some things. Noon game too.
Ooh. Ain't they coming off? And they coming off. Man,
Diego
I'm
versus
taking
DS.
Vandy, man. Fuck it. Fuck
Okay.
it. I'm stamping. They just lost to Bama after they beat them last year. And I know that L hurt. Yeah, they gonna I'm not sold on LSU, man. I like them starting off the season, but when they lost to Ole Miss, I was like, it's still the same, man. What we got? You
Ted is
still in the
killing.
comments?
He said, "I'm like the candy man. Speak my name too many times. I'm a pop up." So I guess he's about to join the pod. Man, come on up here, man. Walk.
Nobody's worried about Ted, bro. He's when he says Candyman, he's talking about that song, The Candyman Can. He's that Candyman. He ain't no Tony Todd, bro. Ain't nobody worried about him.
Oh God. So you got Diego
Yeah, I love
upset.
Diego, man. I love Diego. Diego, that's what I want in my football player. I
Yeah.
need that fire. That man's always ready to go. He is
Even though I hate,
RTG
even
all
though I
day.
hate Baker Mayfield, he has that Baker Mayfield like winner in
Kind of, yeah. It's that short
like
dog mentality.
I like it. And, he kind of did lose the game against Alabama with his turnovers, but he was still playing. Like if he didn't make them, like his turnovers, like in positive field, like it was always like, damn, they're probably about to score here. Turnover, I'm like, damn, they was right there. They probably would have beat Alabama if they did. He didn't make them turnovers, but
That's your bro commenting, right? The GOAT.
spread is minus 2.5. Yeah.
Yeah, take the spread. Take the
Wow, bro.
spread.
Yeah. Well, Vandy's at home, so normally a home team is 3-point favorite. So it's basically a pick 'em game. Damn
Oh
near.
no, Baker, no hate. Well, that's your brother. Your brother do be hating on Baker, but Baker the leader for the
No. Oh
MVP.
yeah.
Yeah, you be hating on him. Not I'm saying I'm talking to him
Yeah,
saying your
fact.
brother be
Yeah.
hating on him. Nah,
I do.
Baker
I
the
gave you
lead he the lead candidate for MVP right now.
we can talk about it. Do you think he already is, or this
He
game
is.
coming up this weekend?
No, no.
Okay.
Nah, he is. And shout out Daniel Jones. Couple shout outs. Shout out Daniel Jones. Shout out Drake May. Drake May been balling. I really wasn't even checking for his game until they beat the Bills, and I had to reevaluate. Drake May been balling, but Nah, Baker, bro. Every time somebody gets hurt, you just be thinking, "Fuck, this team is just
Yeah, it's
about
over.
to crump." It don't matter, bro. Like KD said, that boy out there hooping. He really out there hooping. Like they got now that they're down their top three, but they got Tez Johnson, Sterling Shepard, Ryan Miller. All three of them are serviceable. And the way Baker throw the ball, those are the type of receivers he actually like. And
Yeah.
Tez Johnson, low key, like a gem for real, for real. So and that's that's Bo Nix's brother. So he really got some dogs down there. Plus Rashad White used to be their starting running back. So I
Hmm.
shout out to him because a lot of times when you get demoted, that fuck your head up and you don't always bounce back, especially when you got a young bull like Bucky Irvin who cold and he just takes
Hmm.
that shit from you. That can really like demoralize you. But I think with Rashad White, I don't think he ever probably a lot of people, I don't know if he saw it. I can't speak for him, but a lot of people didn't see Rashad White being a top dog. So for him to go to number two, it didn't really shock a lot of us. But for him to get back to the number one spot and he's balling too, man, listen, the Bucks is not a team you want to play right now, for real, for real. I'm gonna just be honest.
Since you bring it, since we're talking about Baker Mayfield and the Bucks, I do have him as a front runner. If he beats the Lions this weekend, solidified. He's the MVP. He
Zell
probably
don't want to
already
hear
is,
this.
but
Zell don't want to hear this, but they can definitely beat the Lions. Lions don't got a good defense. They
yeah,
don't
they
got a
are
good
getting on some
defense.
players, and
And
they're
you
going to
got
be
to go
Miss
against one
Branch.
of the best offenses right now, against the hottest player in the NFL who's hooping. Good luck. Good luck, Detroit.
Yeah, yeah,
Y'all better bring
yeah.
y'all better tell my boy Gibbs to try to match. We get about to get there too. He better try to match that boy Bees or else that game's an L.
So I did have this written down because I don't feel like people are talking about. Like you said, I'm not a fan of Baker Mayfield. I do respect what he's doing because even in simple things like this, he gets hit slightly late. Most quarterbacks are like, "Come on, man, give him the call." Mayfield's like, "Yeah, yeah." I'm like,
Yeah.
"Okay, he's different, which is he's
Yeah, he
wild
talking shit
different,
to the fan.
but he's
You see
talking
him
shit.
talking. You
Yeah,
seen the
he's
fan talking
talking,
crazy
yeah,
to him, and he came back like, "Yeah, suck my dick." Yeah, yeah, like he
yeah. He
came. Pause, by the way, but he was on that energy. Like you come at me with that bullshit, I'm gonna shoot it right back at you.
so I thought about this because, like I said, so people really aren't talking about. I see it in the chat. We'll talk about it. How Baker should be most people's front runner. Do you think if Patrick Mahomes was having this Baker Mayfield season that he's having right now, that it'd be all over every newscast everywhere saying, "Man, Patrick Mahomes, what he's doing is incredible. All these game-winning drives." You think the narrative would be different?
So
Because
I'm gonna
I don't
keep
see
it
people. I don't
real.
see people. I don't see people talk about Baker.
I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm talking about all the guys that we really like. We had wrote off Baker years ago. We were
That's
about
about
to write
Heisman.
off Daniel
Yeah.
Jones. We didn't even like Daniel Jones when he got picked. And then Drake May, we were already starting to question if he was a bust. So I'm really giving them a props because these guys are guys we didn't think would be here right now. But when it comes to Pat, let you know, Ted, even though Ted get on our nerves, being the little troll he is, Pat is Pat. He's one of a kind. He's in his own lane. So if he's hooping, he's always going to be in the question, not in the question, but in the running for MVP. To me, he's in that talk. Like he's in the top five because if you look at his numbers, he's going insane as well. Like he's carrying the Chiefs right now because they don't have any. The running game is pretty much
Yeah.
non-existent. Like he's carrying them. I think we're just not talking about him because we expect this from Pat. So we're not really amazed by it. But Baker is the front runner right now. He got to finish the season strong to keep that locked in. Because the difference between a Baker and a Pat is I know Pat will probably be
There he
statistically
is.
there. There
There
we
he
go.
is.
I know
Come
Pat
off
will
mute.
probably
Come
be
off mute, Ted. Come
statistically.
off mute, Ted.
I know Pat will
You're on
probably be
mute.
statistically there by the time we get to the end of the year. I can't guarantee that for Baker, but if I'm basing it off projections, Baker gonna be there at the end of the year too. But Pat's definitely gonna be in the running for MVP all season because he's
Oh
super.
yeah, I'm just saying, just strictly off name alone, because what Baker's been doing has been crazy.
They just, but he's a hotter story. That's a hotter take. It's not a hot take to say Pat because everybody knows what Pat is.
Yeah,
Pat's damn near the GOAT. Like, if it wasn't for Thomas Brady, we'd probably be calling Pat the GOAT right now. So,
that's true.
what's
Well,
up, Ted?
hey, Ted, you
What's
joined.
I
up?
like
Hey,
I
you
like you
joined in the
showed up
perfect
today,
time.
man. I like you
You joined in
showed
the
up
perfect
today. What's
time.
popping, son? What's popping?
What's good, guys? How you
So,
doing?
you joined in the perfect time, so we can talk about this Monday night. Wasn't Yeah, it was Monday night, wasn't it?
It was
Chiefs
Monday
versus
night.
Lions. Was that
Yep.
Monday night? Chiefs 30, Lions 17. Are the Chiefs back as the front runners in the AFC? Teddy?
Uh, my initial answer
Oh,
is we
you
got a
muted.
lot of work in regards to the Colts. The Colts
We can't hear you, Ted.
you
All
can
right.
hear me?
I can
It
hear him.
could
It's
be.
Tevin, it's your shit, bro. I can
Is
hear
it?
him. It's gotta be
Is it?
you. Because I can hear him. Yeah.
It's not. It's whatever EJ did with the settings. It has to be. But go ahead, Ted. Talk your shit. I just can't hear you.
So pretty much, I still think that the Colts are a really really good team. So much for like the AFC West. I don't really see anybody that's gonna give us any problems later down in the road in the playoffs. The Bills, I think they got a record because bro, they beat the Finns. Like, they beat the Finns, they beat the injured
Mm-hmm.
Baltimore Ravens, and they beat the Saints. And they, you know what I'm saying? Like they didn't beat nobody that is competition. And then the teams that they did lose to are teams that are semi decent this year. You get what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? They got smoked by the Falcons, and then they lost to the Patriots with Drake May. You know what I'm saying? So like I don't think that they're as good as we thought they were. Just like how I admitted that I was wrong in regards to the Chargers, right? The Chargers, I feel like Omarion Hampton being out, that's a big deal. But also, I don't think that they don't even know who their wide receiver one is. Lad's having a
See the thing about the Chargers. I don't think you were wrong about the Chargers. I just think the Chargers got hurt. Like
yeah,
injuries
that's
do
what I'm saying.
matter.
So I
Like
think
you
with
weren't
Hampton
wrong. The Chargers were good. It's just you lose your offensive line, bro. Like it's gonna be hard to win. And then you
and
lose
with
your running
Hampton
back,
being hurt,
and then you lose
Hampton being
your
hurt,
running receiver. It's like, bro.
right? And then with like you said, with all going down with injury and stuff like that, and then the other pieces have been banged up. It's hard to stay competitive no matter how good you are, right? And I think with us, we got healthy at the right time. We survived Rashid being suspended.
Yeah,
We
that's a
we
fact.
survived, God forbid, Worthy not having a season-ending surgery.
You
Like
gonna
we
have to be my
survived.
translator, Mitch, because I can't hear nothing.
Okay, I
I
got
can't
you.
hear nothing Teddy
We
said.
survived a lot of these particular injuries and overcame a lot of controversy. We still have to see how Rashi Rice is going to get fit in. Like we know that he's going to be our intermediate guy. He's going to be our short and medium route screen type of dude. But are we back to throwing the deep ball over and over and over again? You get what I'm saying? So like I said, I think that question is undecided right now for me, particularly because we're only
Okay.
500. With all that
I,
being
I
said,
thought you should come in here, stamp your flag, and that the Chiefs is
not
back.
yet, not
Because
yet,
me
not yet.
personally, I feel like the way y'all played against the Lions, I was like, okay, they came to show up. It's like we ain't gonna fuck around. Our defense is gonna be A1 this game. Offensively, we ain't gonna run the ball, but at times we're gonna be run the ball and get the yards we need when it's necessary. Because I can't remember who Kareem Hunt ran over, but God bless. But
Rock.
and fucking yeah, Rock Yassine. But so with that being said,
Hold on. But like, can we say this? The
what's
Chiefs
that?
never left, bro. Like, Teddy gonna say what he want to say because that he got to stand on his own business. But everybody's was in panic mode. Chiefs, what they 3-3 right now?
Mm-hmm.
This ain't this is not the first time they started off a little slow to start the season on. Like they've been here before. They've won multiple Super Bowls. They know how to do this. So sometimes, especially when you lose pieces to your machine, like a few cogs get pulled out of the machine, you gotta adjust. And I mean, I know I talked about it last week. I expected the Chiefs to beat the Lions, especially after they had it was yeah they had a close loss to the Jags. I expected them to win that game, so I think a lot of people are panicking. because they got the Taylor Swift and Kelsey shit, and you got the running back situation. My boy Chris Jones out there, he ain't hustling. Like people are just reacting off that. But again, like we were talking about with the MVP conversation, we're talking about all these folks, but we ain't even talking about Pat going ballistic right now. Like if you guys play fantasy football, which I do, Pat's the #1 quarterback in fantasy.
I
I
got
ended
him on
up
my team.
trading that man because I
Ted said
needed
he got
more
him on his team
depth.
too.
Yeah, I needed more depth on my running backs, and I ended up getting Brees Hall, which is solid, but Chuba Hubbard, and now he's just coming off
Oh yeah, that's
injury.
tough.
But I got Rico Dowdle, so I got his
Yeah,
handcuffs,
yeah,
so
you
I'm
good.
solid.
Yeah,
So I'm solid. But like, I didn't necessarily need Pat because I also have Daniel Jones, I got Baker Mayfield. So I had the quarterbacks, and we run a 2 quarterback system. But I'm not gonna lie to you, after trading Pat away, because I'm always keen on trying to get Pat, especially in Dynasty League. I'm a little sick because he's hooping and he's about to get all his dogs back, and it's
that's a
about to get
fact.
even worse for the
Um,
other teams. That is not them.
So next topic on this game. So everybody saw the Brian Branch versus Juju. Uh,
Woo.
fair. Let's see. Fair or foul with Brian Branch. His reaction.
I'm gonna be brief because I know that's his squad and that's his boy, so he can talk on it. But I mean, fair in the sense of feeling the way he felt, foul and doing that in public on national TV. But I don't know what Juju was saying or doing in between them plays, but it had to be enough for him to get that ass with me. And like, man, shout out Juju. I like Juju. It, he's grown on me over the years because I was never the biggest fan of him when he was a Pittsburgh Steeler. I always thought he got saved because people were like, "Is he the best?" No, AB was the best when he was there. He
Nice.
just got to shine a lot because he had fucking AB on the other side. And they had 1,000
That's a
people
fact.
on him. But Juju, man, damn, bro, I hate to see a guy. He got his ass beat.
No,
Plain
he
and
did.
simple, he got his ass beat.
So the only thing I can say, I agree with you. You shouldn't. I don't think you should have did there. Go ahead, hey man, meet me in the locker room. Meet me off the cameras. But I
Right.
respect what he did because that play that Juju did. A lot of people be like, it's not dirty, but Brian Branch is like, all right, bro, like
What was
the
the
play's
play in
not even
question?
happening.
Because I didn't see it.
It's like a play run. I don't know if it's a run to the right, but Juju like kind of like blindside blocked him, and Brian Branch fell.
Oh,
Like
he
he didn't see
cracked
him
back
coming.
them. I mean, hey, bro, crack backing is a
So,
part of the game. That's
but
part
it's
of the
not it's
game.
not illegal play in the NFL anymore. You can't do that. And
Oh,
even
okay. Well, then,
and even
yeah, yeah,
even if it's not, it's like an unwritten rule. Like because
yeah.
Shannon Sharp talks about like, hey, you do all right. I'm gonna get you back. Like it's some
Nah,
get back.
yeah. I mean, I'm from my generation. Always keep your head on the swivel because I played on the
That's a
team. They
fact. That's
love
a
to
fact.
crack. Central love to crack back motherfuckers. So it's like if you was playing us, do not be out there lackadaisical because you will get there. There was a game they literally cracked back 2 people, and they called the ambulance for both of them simultaneously. I can't remember if it was the same play or if it was back to back
Mm-hmm.
plays, and I was like, God bless, bro. They gonna find my
Yeah,
team,
but
but
it's
yeah,
I get it, and that's
yeah, no,
but it's
no.
like you gotta think,
If it's illegal, you can't do
yeah,
that. Yeah, yeah,
yeah, and you gotta think, man, if I'd have got hurt off this shit, bro, first it's illegal, and the ball's all the way over there. Now, granted, you're supposed to play to the end of the whistle, I get that, but technically it's illegal play. Another thing before Ted, you go, the whole after Patrick Mahomes scored the touchdown, the motherfucker went like this, like that, pointed at him. I respect him not shaking his hand. You know, not shaking the hand's kind of crazy. You want to go ahead and get your beef off, pause with Juju. I said
still,
pause. I said pause. You
still.
know, so I respect what Brian Burns did. I just wouldn't have did it on camera. The
Hold
first one,
on, Juju did that. He got the touchdown, and he did that.
like Patty ran it in, and like Brian Branch, you guys, you remember like you see when people like score a touchdown and they don't pull back, they just go ahead and
Yeah,
hit him. He kind of like grazed him a little bit, and Pat was like pointed at
yeah.
him, flexed
I
on
mean,
him.
Pat. Yeah,
So
Pat. If you don't want to say, look, at the end of the day, bro, I hate all that bullshit on the handshake shit. I don't gotta shake your hand. That like, if I'm not in the right mindset, let me walk off.
It did look
Because
crazy because Pat had his
otherwise,
hand out. And he's like, nah.
otherwise, what happened to Juju might happen to you. Leave me alone. Like I
That's a
lost.
fact.
You gonna get to talk your shit. They gonna make fun of me on a meme and all that shit tomorrow. Leave me the fuck alone. But go ahead, Ted. My bad.
Ted, what you think, man?
Uh, it was 100% fair for what Branch did in regards because Juju's a antagonizer. He was just egging him on. And like I said, even though I don't think that it just was at the crack block, I think he was talking crazy. I think that he was dancing, all the celebration and shit like that. Like Juju's a real childish dude. He's a TikTok guy. He likes to do all this
Mhm.
dancing and funny shit like that. And that's gonna annoy the fuck out of me if I'm a competitor, especially somebody of Branch's caliber. Branch is not a bum. Branch is not
Yeah,
a
that's
slouch by
nice.
any means. And but you are okay to feel that way. But how you react and how you condone yourself when millions of people are watching, kids that are looking
Yeah,
up to you are watching, things of that nature, like that is impactful. And then, like, even though you only got a 1 game suspension, that could have got way worse because they could have
oh
said, "Oh,
yeah,
his nose was bleeding, blah blah blah. He's on the Chiefs. Let's put the hammer down." Like you could have got suspended 2, 3, 4, 5 games, right? And then if you do that,
that's a fact.
your secondary is already hurt, and you're the
It's a big
best
loss.
player.
It's a big loss. Yeah,
That's a big loss, and then you can lose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games. Now you going like this and saying NFC North is way more competitive than it's ever been. You get what I'm saying? So with that being said, like you can't risk things like that when you are that caliber of a player. You understand what I'm saying? And
yeah,
you could, bro, be salty. Don't shake his hand. You could even shove him if you want to, but stealing on his ass is crazy.
yeah.
Shove
I
him,
will
push
give.
him, give
Hey,
him a
Branch,
chicken wing.
he was hot for real, bro. If you watch the video,
Yeah.
he one arm slings Juju down to the ground, bro. It was wild what he did. He's like, "Nick, come here," and then
And it's
like
crazy.
that shit was
It's
crazy.
crazy because Juju is a physical receiver and he's not a little
Yeah,
guy.
he's not small.
He just, hey, listen. Even with it being my team, I understood where Branch showed his frustration. But at the end of the day, you got to play inside the whistle. You hear me? Like it got to be everything. Got to be in the
Yes,
whistle and things of that nature. Like when you do that stuff like that, everybody's watching the coach exchange. Everybody's watching the best
facts.
player dap
The
up the
cameras
best
ain't
player.
off. The cameras ain't off.
Like you don't have to fuck with me. That's not what we asking for. If you don't fuck with me, walk the other way. You came up
Yes,
to me specifically because you wanted smoke with me, and you handled it. But I don't know who particularly Detroit is playing next Sunday or this Sunday, excuse me.
they
Or
play the Bucks. They play, which is a key
that's
game.
that's a key game, and you don't know if Emeka is going to play or not, and he might go crazy just because you're not there, bro. The Detroit Lions just signed a practice squad player from the Chiefs. That's how I know this shit's fucked up in
Mm,
regards to their secondary is
yeah,
very in need of players. You just can't put yourself in a position to hurt your team because you hurt your team more than you helped your ego with that particular
yeah.
situation.
It might have been better for him to just get the 15 yards, and after he got pushed in the back, get up and push him back. It might have been better right there in that play just to push him and take 15 yards. To be honest, because the crazy thing is he appealed the suspension. Like you thought they was gonna be like, nah, bro, you good. I guess you should just appeal it just because, but bro,
But what
there's no
make
way
it
they
worse
cannot. They
though,
have to. They have to.
what
They
make it
lucky it
worse
was
though,
an old
Mitch, is
school.
Dan Campbell came out and was like, "Hey, look, bro, I love BB to death, but we don't play that over here, and we don't condone
Yeah,
that, right?" So the head coach is showing how important you are to the
yeah,
franchise, but you doing that, he cannot defend you in that regard, even though he's a
yeah.
hard
You
nosed
can't.
coach, and he's like all that. He does everything on the field.
Yeah, it's that shit was crazy. And you think in this day and age that Juju is gonna be a meme for about 6 months?
Longer than that, bro.
That shit was crazy. The bloody look. That shit was crazy, dog.
And you got to call EJ. You got to call EJ, Tab, so he can let you in. He might be
Yeah,
watching it
yeah.
though.
So another thing, I think it was I don't know if it's your all's game or the Sunday night game. I got it written here is PFF a fraud? Because they be like they'll do like the players that are playing. There'll be a defensive tackle. It'll say PF grade 92 out of 98. First of all, that's crazy to say. I'm a starter in the NFL, and you're great. Like putting it on TV and like as a stat that I'm the 92nd out of 102 players at my position, fucking crazy. I feel like that shouldn't be there. Second of all, who was it? It was JJ Watt was on McAfee show, and he's like, bro, they're grading people, and they don't know what they're even grading them. Like, you don't know what this offensive lineman's responsibility is on this play. It might look like he gave up the lane for the linebacker to come through or defensive lineman to make the tackle, but y'all don't fucking know. And because I guess they came out and said PFF does like television view or something. They don't know how to watch the game. But I'm like, and some of the stats are great. Like the analytics, some of them is good, but putting a grade on somebody and y'all have no clue what the play was, like that shit is this. If I was a player, now granted they probably don't care because they get paid millions, but that shit's insane to me. Don't put no
PFF's
grade.
not even 20 years old either. So to me, that's
but they're
still
holding it
something.
like it's like they're holding it in
Yeah.
high regard.
And
A
you
lot
know,
of
I
people
know
are.
sometimes people like I be trying to get people to like tap into QBR more, and because it's young, they be like, I don't know. But QBR actually measures what you do as a quarterback, not just like because I mean, I could pass the ball to Ted, but if Ted gets 99 yards yak, like my stat line like might look good and
Mhm.
QB rating's gonna show that, but my QBR might be low because they're gonna be like, oh, Ted threw a little short dump pass
And
and
Ted
Ted did
fucking
all the
he
work.
fucking eluded four motherfuckers. Yeah. No, I
Yeah,
respect that.
so that's why like QBR to me, I respect that because it's like PER for basketball. It's showing what you do all around on during a performance as an individual. But the
Yeah.
PFF, I mean, I just had to look it up. I honestly, I've been seeing them for a long time. I never really, and I'm a stats guy. I never really reference PFF. I don't use them too much. So yeah, it sounds like to
It's
me,
just the fact that they put it
everything you just
on the game, bro. Like
yeah, everything you
national
just
TV
told me,
televised
Mitch.
game.
Everything you just told me, Mitch. They not. It is some bullshit. You know, probably what it is. They throwing that dust. When you
Yeah.
paying that money to be a part of the big shield, that's probably why
Yeah.
they getting shown out like that. But yeah, they definitely gonna have to find a new way to measure their analytics because clearly it ain't matching up.
Ted, what you think? Do you
I,
use it or
I,
do you
I
ever
think
see
that
it?
that's a real skewed statistic, right? Pretty much from what you're saying, like, because it's not really a direct reflection of plus or minus, particularly, right? Because like Ted was saying, like you could get a yak thing, and then like I said, if your QBR is not really jumping, everybody's gonna look, oh wow, he has 14 out of 16 passes completed, and they're gonna look at that particularly. But at the end of the day, it's just a skewed stat. I think that if you're gonna do things like that, instead of saying out of 102 players in that position, they should cap it at maybe top 30, top 25. So if you're not there, we still don't know that you're not the
Yeah.
cream of the crop, but you're still not going to be like exploited for being a part of a team that may not actually have like use you at your
Mhm.
particular position. Like
Mhm.
what I'm saying? Like cap it at the top 30 guys, and then we can kind of
Yeah.
look at it and dissect the game a little bit differently versus everybody at every position, because that's kind of unfair, because like Trevor was referring to, like we all know AJ Brown is a top 10 guy at the receiver position, but the stats don't reflect because of the system. So what I'm saying is you could be a victim of the system and still be a top
Tev don't
guy.
Tev don't fuck with AJ Brown at all, bro.
But I'm just giving an example of
I'm
a
gonna respect him and say AJ Brown. He calls him Arthur One, but I still
That's for
respect him.
one.
Hey, listen, he doesn't like AJ, and I get it. But what I'm saying is, I don't like anything Philadelphia, anyways. But what I'm saying is, he's a victim.
I get to his point. Oh, overall, I get to his
He's a
point.
victim of the system. But we
No,
all know,
okay,
like
that's what you're
like
saying.
the eye test got to be over the analytics and stats.
Yeah, that's why I say stats is you can use stats for certain situations, but you can't use it for everything because it doesn't tell the whole
So
story.
you tell these people all the time, watch the game, touch some grass. Show me that you watch the game besides ESPN putting a whole bunch of clips up here to create a story or whatever narrative it is. If you watch the entire game, some of the best stats don't even get put on the ESPN highlight clip.
But see,
Ted, hold on a
hey,
second, hold on a second.
Ted, when
I'm
you
about to
go
pivot.
ahead,
I'm about to pivot. I'm glad you said this, man. Touch grass. So speaking of the Chiefs game, we saw the Lions go against the Chiefs. We saw a running back that people acclaim that's like the best in the league not look particularly like the best running back in the league. But we
First of
did watch
all,
the
what we
Atlanta
not
Falcons,
gonna do?
though.
Hold on. First
We
of all,
did
what
watch
we
the Atlanta
not gonna
Falcons.
do? What we not gonna do while we all on the panel is act like we ain't gonna say names. Like at that, bro. Don't be Drake, bro. At me, bro. I need you to
It
come
wasn't
with
just you,
canine
though. That's
energy.
what I said. I
At
wasn't saying it
me.
because it's not just
Now,
you.
first of all, I ain't never say he was the best in the league. I said he was up there with Bijan. Now, secondly, as a man, I can come on the pod and I can tell you how I'm feeling today. Today, I love Gibbs. He still got a bright future. But right now, I got him at 6. I got him at 6 in the league right now. He's not right next to Bijan at the moment. That
Okay.
actually Jonathan Taylor is. Jonathan Taylor, he's got the most rushing yards, and with his receiving yards, he's only second to I want to say he's only second to your boy, Mr. Bijan. Bijan has the most yards from the line of scrimmage. I want to say it's 822. Yeah,
Yeah, it's probably
822.
him, Chris McCaffrey, and
Christian
Jonathan
McCaffrey's
Taylor.
got 780, but Christian McCaffrey's getting hella touches. He's got the most touches out of all the running backs we just named. He's got 154 touches. But
Yeah.
Bijan's only got 107. So that's why to
But
me,
when you're talking
Bijan's
about
him.
touches,
Go ahead.
JT got 112 carries this year.
Yeah,
So
I
we were talking
know.
about
But
touches. You're saying that
right,
JT is
Ted, let
so
me finish. You right. But you gotta add in touches is also receptions. So
sure, and
altogether,
JT got 22 receptions,
so he's got
and
135. I know. That's why I said he's second. He's second to Bijan. Bijan's number one because he got 107 and he got the most yards from the line of scrimmage. So I
yeah,
ain't got too much smoke for him. But JT is a close second because he got 8 touchdowns total. Whereas
but
our man Bijan, he just got 3. But he's got a vulture on his squad named Algiers.
you gotta
Algiers be
put it in.
stealing
You
his
better.
touchdown. Go
But I'm
ahead.
saying though, like with that particular stat, I agree with you, right? But the context has to be established that the last game, one of the carries that he had was a chunk play of 85 yards to a tud. You get what I'm saying? So it's
Yeah.
like the metrics are a little bit skewed, but what I'm saying is all three of the guys that we're naming are big parts of the
Yeah,
offense
they're the
for
top
them.
3. That I have them as my top 3.
Yeah.
But that's what that goes to show like the responsibility of how you're utilized also has to key into the factor when we talk about top 3 at any position because Jonathan Taylor doesn't get that many receptions, but he gets a lot of carries, he gets a lot
Carries.
of rushing yards, and he gets a lot of red zone touchdowns. Like he is
Yeah.
very, very effective versus CMC. CMC has like 444 yards receiving, right? And probably has maybe one to two touchdowns of the year. I'm not sure, but what I'm
He's
saying
got
is it's
4
like
total. He's got 4
okay, so you
total.
got 4 total,
Yeah, I got
and you
my.
got
I went in on the running back conversation because I knew
no
I was
problem.
gonna have to deal with
But what
my
I'm saying is, you
counterpart.
got 440 receiving yards. That's competitive to the league. You know what I mean?
No,
And
that's
you,
why I got him in my top 3. Like I'm not trying to shit on CMC, but if I rank them, I got Bijan 1, I got JT as a close second, and I got CMC as the third because even though CMC does have more yards from the line of scrimmage, he's averaging 3.1 yards per carry and 9.7 yards per reception. Now JT has less 7.3 per reception, but we know he's not a receiver. He's got the most carries, but he's averaging 5.2 yards per carry. So that means he's getting everything he wants when he gets the rock in his hand. But
but that's
at
two
the end
things
of the
though.
day, Bijan is the number one because he's averaging 5.8 yards per carry and he's averaging 14.1 yards per catch. So when I see that, I knew when I came on this pod today, I was gonna have to apologize to Mitch and tell him, Mitch, your guy is him right now. He running the league right now. Right
I
now,
was just
he's the
trying to
number
shit
one
on
guy.
fucking the Detroit Lions and Gibbs. That's what I was. I don't really care about
But
the top
even
Uh,
with
three,
Gibbs though, let's
but
let like Teddy was saying how you're utilized. Gibbs is still the best running back on his team. Even with J Mo there, J Mo's numbers are not higher than him. Nothing
Talking
J
about
Mo
Demont.
has.
Oh,
Huh?
Demont.
Montgomery.
I
Demont.
said J Mo. My bad. My bad. They got J Mo, but or J Will. One of them motherfuckers.
Come
They
on,
got too
Demont.
many people. Demo. Yeah, I'm thinking. Don't they call Jameis or not Jameis,
Yeah,
but
they call him J-Mo. I think something like that.
Jameson Williams. They call him J Mo.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Demo. My bad. So Demo does not have more statistically anything than Gibbs. Gibbs is the number one back productive wise on their team. So but they coexist
Just to be
together.
funny, real quick. Hold on. Just to
Go
be funny,
ahead, go
real
ahead.
quick. He does have one passing touchdown, and Gibbs does not have that. But carry on.
Receiving touchdown, but total touchdowns. Come on,
No, I'm
bro.
talking about passing. I'm talking about passing. He threw
Oh
a
my
touchdown
God,
pass.
shut up. That's a trick play,
Hey,
bro.
but listen,
Relax.
but real quick though,
Relax,
based
bro.
off your injury, I mean, based off those stats and stuff like that. Let me ask you a question, Tevin. Would you have took Bijan over CMC this year before that spectacular game that he just had against the Bills?
I wasn't, bro. I ain't.
I'm just asking a question.
Listen, man. I don't care. This could get me canceled, but it is what it is. I ain't never been too sold on white running backs. Like I just
Cool.
haven't seen that most of my life. Now, CMC is the fucking exception. There's a few white running backs I've seen in my life where I was like, oh shit, CMC is definitely the best. Mike Allstott was him, and
Hayden
Peyton
Hillis.
Hillis. Peyton
Mhm.
Hillis was him, but I wasn't too sold on him coming out of the league. You know, coming out of not the league, but college. So I mean, Bijan. The funny thing is, as much as me and Mitch argue about this, Bijan is actually the style type, like art type running back I like. Cause my go to, my all time for me is AP, and Bijan would be closer to what you would want to see like a AP type. He's not AP, but he's probably the closest thing. More JT really, because JT don't catch a lot, but Bijan is like almost the well balanced perfect mix because he can really run the ball tough, right? But he can catch that bitch. And I know AP could, but they didn't really throw to him like that, and that wasn't the style they really played at the Vikings. So what's up?
No, because I'm saying though, like everything that you're describing is what CMC already did at his peak. Like you're describing Bijan right now
We
was what
talking about
CMC
right now though? Are we just
right,
talking
and
about right
even
now?
but even right now CMC is doing that. So that's why I said context is important when you put out stats, right? Because you were saying that yards per carry and yards per reception, right? Brock Purdy was out. George Kittle has been hurt. Jawan Jennings has been hurt. Brandon Ayuk has been hurt. The offensive line got banged up in San Francisco versus Danny Dimes has been the quarterback there. They've been doing well with Michael Pittman and also with Bijan. Drake London just had a buck 40 and nobody gives a fuck about it because of what Bijan did. What I'm saying is the offensive weapons that are available right now for those two other teams have been healthy and available. Versus with CMC, you're saying like the numbers are a little bit skewed in regards to the advantage of JT and Bijan, which I agree with. They are playing better statistically overall, but the circumstances is CMC's whole entire offense is hurt, and he's never had the whole entire roster healthy, and everybody is keying in on him. It's him and Tungus. Tungus is looking like a Pro Bowl type tight end because everybody is double teaming and loading the box against CMC. That's what I'm saying. So even though your stats don't show the impact and the game plan against San Fran is all CMC.
All right, so look, I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to catch you real quick because you be talking fast sometimes and you know your stats. But the regular fans in the comments sometimes they might just be like, oh yeah, what Ted says is true. Yeah, and Tom's been doing his thing, right? But we can't act like Kendrick Bourne ain't been hooping
One
out there
game.
right now.
One game.
Huh?
One game that was spectacular.
I think he
He's
had two good
second in
games.
receiving though for the
I
team.
agree.
Okay.
That's
And
not
then
saying much.
and Tugs is fourth. Now, yes, Pershaw is out right
Got hurt.
now.
Yeah.
Jennings is out right now. But
You
let's go. Hold on. Let's go to Atlanta. There's a reason Mitch is so hype on his guy.
mhm.
Because if you want to compare him to JT, you want to be that let that be your argument, that's fine. But with JT, what I'll say is JT he started off hot first 2 years. Then he had a fall off with injuries because of how bad his team was the last 2 years. Now he's back, or not the last 2 years, but the 2 years after the first two. Last year he came back with a reemergence. This year he's doing the same. Bijan doesn't have this tremendous offense over there. Like they have some guys over there, but Penix is still developing. So to me, Penix is not playing better than Mac Jones or Purdy when they're out there. To be honest, Penix is just he's just not fucking up. Let's call
But
a
that's
spade.
good though. But that's good though.
Yeah,
But it,
that is good. But I'm saying though, there's guys around uh as far as the quarterback position that are getting the job done and moving that pill for CMC. Everybody knows where the ball's gonna go in both situations with Atlanta and CMC, right? And 49. But one is doing way better than the other. So you got to give credit to him this year. Now, I'm
I
not
do.
saying CMC ain't done this before, or obviously he's not new to this, but his production is going down. His health has gone down. So you can't say he's better. To me, you can't make an argument that he's better than Bijan this year. He's not.
No,
Because
I'm
one
saying
has
that I'm not
822.
saying
Okay, go ahead.
bro. Bijan is just had a phenomenal like
Yeah,
some
he's the
unheard
number
of
one back right now.
like he was the number one back for sure. But what I'm saying is, you're saying that like the offense of Atlanta is not crazy. You know, did you know that Atlanta is number two in offense in the NFL and number one in defense? Did you know that?
Number two in offense. I don't say
Yes.
they're number two in offense.
Go look at it.
They're definitely number
They're
one
they're
in
number
defense.
two.
I don't,
They're number two in
let's
offense.
fact check that.
Go ahead, bro. I just looked at it.
Well, the
They
factor
did
is
that in
because
1 week.
uh,
They
uh,
weren't there last week.
Up
They weren't
until
there
this week
last.
in the
That changed
totality.
in one game. That changed in one game. They weren't number two last week, but that
The
changed in
same way
one
that you
game.
said that their
And
offense
they're
changed,
go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
the same way that you said that their offense changed in one game, so did Bijan stats.
You right, you right.
So
But
so all I'm
also
saying
when
is compliment it at the same time. You can't say the offense
I got
isn't
you.
good and then Bijan's stats made it better. Like it complements each other.
Granted, though, it's a close one, right? Because they're 378.8. Buffalo's 378.3. Indiana's 376.8. We've been watching the season. We know Indiana's a better offense. We know Buffalo had a bad game. Buffalo, because of Josh Allen, has been a better offense. And shout out to Cook too. We ain't gonna do Cook like that. Cook's been doing his thing too. They had a bad game. The Rams, I would say the. Would you say the Rams or Atlanta? What you taking, Ted?
My eye test, I'm gonna say Rams, but I'm just going off
Okay.
of numbers.
So also, we're doing numbers, right? What scoring offense is Atlanta?
Scoring, I didn't look it up. I said overall offense, they are ranked number
Yeah,
two.
but overall offense is dope, right? But if you're
You
not,
had to look that up to even know that.
no, I already knew that. That's why I was confused when you said you can make that face all you want. I have
You didn't know that. You just had to Google on the
bro.
side.
Hey, when you get out. Shout out my boy James Bandy. I work with him. That's my guy. He's a real Atlanta fan. We had this whole conversation last week. I already knew about they scoring offense because I was literally telling them like, "Yo, y'all defense is locking shit up, but y'all ain't scoring enough points." And you can lean your head to the side, Ted. This is why I tell you, bro. You be wanting to do this one on one with me, but your body language goes all crazy when shit don't
So
go
answer
your
these
way.
two questions.
But
Answer
anyways,
these
all
two
I'm gonna
questions.
say is
Answer these
you
two
can have
questions.
offensive
Uh,
yards all day, Ted,
Answer
but you
that
gotta score
question.
the ball.
Answer the
You
question.
gotta score the ball.
Are
Correct
they
or
number one defense?
they the number one defense.
Are they the number two offense?
They the number two
You
offense
can
in
feel
yard
however you want.
offensive
Listen,
yards. You
listen.
still have to score the ball though.
Stop bringing. You just told me you was a
What's their
stats
Y'all boys
record,
is
guy.
Ted? Ted,
You
what's their record?
you just
What's
told
their
me that
record,
you were a
Ted?
stats guy,
Hold on, Ted. What is their
bro.
record?
Listen,
I am a stats
you
guy.
just
Go
told me.
ahead. Go ahead.
You just told me that you were a stats guy, and then you had to go look up to go reestablish to see if the stats was correct. Like, what are you talking about, bro? You
Ted,
can feel
Ted.
however you want. Listen, you can feel however you want to feel. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. You want to
Ted.
live off of numbers and Google
Numbers
check.
don't lie. Tell me their record then.
Bro, they're
Numbers
not a
don't
great
lie. Tell me their
team. They're
record.
not a great team,
You're
bro. I don't.
dodging on shit because you know that you skew your arguments with stats which everybody does. Let's keep it a beam.
You're
When we're
looking at
arguing,
Google as
hold
we
on, hold on,
talking.
hold on, hold on, because I let you
One
talk.
mic, one
You
mic, one
interrupted
mic.
me multiple times. When we arguing, we always gonna skew the shit for ourselves. That's
So do it.
anybody.
So do it.
That's anybody. So
Do it.
again, I'm not trying to. I'm just saying, if they're this number one defense and number two offense, why is their record the way it is right now? You
They had
tell
a
me,
quarterback
Mr. Stats
controversy.
guy. You
They
tell
had
me. Tell me. Go ahead.
they had a quarterback situation when Penix wasn't playing well against Carolina, and they had a lot of confusion on if they wanted to move forward with him. And then Kirk
What
Cousins
was the
came in. He played
quarterback situation, sir?
when
Enlighten me.
Penix was struggling. They benched him against Carolina. Did you watch that game?
In one game,
Did you
so that's
watch the
why.
game?
Is that no? But
Did
I'm
you watch the
asking
game?
you that one
Did you
game.
watch the game?
That
Stop
one
asking me your
game.
question. Listen, bro, stop asking
You
me a
asking me
question.
questions, nigga. So
You
that's why I'm
asking me a
asking you
fucking
questions.
question. You asking me what quarterback situation, and then I'm telling you, and then you acting like you never watched the game. Do you watch the
Bro,
games or do you watch the highlights and go look at and talk,
bro,
have
first of all,
conversations with
no,
fans?
they got their ass beat in that game. There wasn't much to watch.
I'm
There wasn't
glad
a
that you know
quarterback
that
situation. They benched him in one game that they was getting
because he played
mollywopped in,
fucking
and he's
terrible.
never has he been benched in any other game besides that game?
No, but when I'm talking, you
Okay, so
asking
how is
me.
there a quarterback
So
situation, Ted?
being benched
Go
as a
ahead.
starter, isn't controversy.
No, because they already said
Are you
even after the
serious?
game, they already said even after the game that Kirk Cousins was not going to be the starter. There's no controversy there. Hey,
But there was controversy. The
look.
question was, hold on, Ted, hold
Go
on,
ahead,
Ted,
Mitch. Go
hold on.
ahead, Mitch. You
I'll
got
give you
it.
some pushback right there
No, go
because
ahead, Mitch. Go ahead, Mitch.
the question had to be for the coach to come out and say that. The question had to be asked. So that means it was up in the air about his production. You benched him. Is there a quarterback controversy? Because everybody's like, he played
Did you feel
bad.
like there was a
Now,
controversy, Mitch?
I got a lot of Atlanta homies. They was like, hey man, Penix is fucking up. They didn't say bring in Kirk, but it's like I was like, damn man, this boy's.
So you felt like they had a controversy.
Kinda. You get benched.
I personally didn't.
Here's the reason why. Because I got this man's jersey on, Vince Young. Vince Young if you're that guy, you don't get benched for real. Vince Young got benched. He was their number one draft pick, all that. Got benched. They put in like Kerry Collins. Now, granted, Kerry Collins did great, but like certain quarterbacks, like Vince Young threw 3 interceptions, got benched. You think if Peyton Manning throws 3 interceptions, he's getting benched, or a top quarterback throws three interceptions and get benched? No, more than likely not. That it's just a little. It's like, hey, bro, you're taking him out the game. It makes it see because if it's not a controversy, just leave him in there. He ain't gonna get hurt. The motherfucker was on the field, fucking lean with and rock with it, trying to after one of his interceptions. So it's like
The reason why I said that is levels though, because like I'm not even gonna go up to like legendary level like Peyton Manning and them. Penix had multiple turnovers and whatever the case may be. That particular game against Carolina when he got killed, 30 zap, right? And then they benched him. What I'm saying is I don't watch Jared Goff throw 5 picks. They weren't even thinking about taking him off, and then he still won the game against the Texans last year. So that's
Who's
what I'm
their
saying. When
backup?
you're, huh?
Who's their backup?
Well, shit. I at the time I don't know. They might have made some movement, but I'm just saying though.
Go ahead.
But even with knowing who your backup is in Kirk Cousins, you still didn't have faith in it. When I said that there was quarterback controversy, I'm not saying go ahead and just give Kirk Cousins back the keys because we all seen what the fuck Atlanta was doing with Kirk Cousins. But I'm saying you can get on the phone call and get somebody
Ted,
like a veteran.
see, this is the thing though, Ted. Sometimes you talk that number shit way too much. Like the game was when did he get put it? Hold on. You asked,
what are you
I just
talking
listened
about?
to you.
Numbers is
I
what
just
I'm not
listened to
bringing
you,
nothing.
and I'm giving you a point. Just
What are
listen.
you talking about? Numbers
Just
shit. I didn't even
listen, bro.
bring no
I just
fucking
listened to
numbers
you, and
up.
I'm giving you a point. Get out your feelings.
I didn't bring no
Get
fucking
out your
numbers up.
feelings, bro.
I
I'm
didn't bring
giving
no
you a
numbers
point.
up.
I'm
I didn't
giving you
bring
a
no
point.
numbers up. I
I'm
didn't bring
talking
no
about in
numbers up.
general. I'm giving
I
you
didn't
a
bring no
point.
numbers up.
I'm giving you a point.
I didn't bring no numbers up.
Like you want to keep repeating yourself like a child,
Yes.
bro. That's why you're the youngest one
I
on the
don't
panel,
care,
bro.
bro. You're not even
You the
on the main
kid that
panel.
you the baby.
Oh,
Like
God.
you
Hey,
getting
man,
your
let's move it
feelings every
along.
time
Not even
shit
on
don't
the
go
main
your
Hey
way.
panel.
man, chill.
Listen, one mic. This is all I'm gonna say. All I'm gonna say is this: when did he? If Ted don't want to answer, Mitch can. When did he get benched in that game?
It was towards the end of the game.
It was towards the end.
Okay, the game was lost. We're gonna put in Kirk Cousins, our vet, who, if he got hurt, we're not gonna lose sleep over it because this is our guy. Our guy is Phoenix. So we're putting in the backup who we know can at least finish out this game, and then we're going on to the next week. You making it it wasn't a controversy, bro. When you're getting busted, sometimes you swap out. You put your backups in because you're not gonna risk your starters getting hurt or fucking up their head even more because you got to move on to the next week. Now I guess you don't understand that because your quarterback's been Patrick Mahomes for the last damn
You
near
don't know who
10
your
years.
quarterback
He's
is.
not gonna get benched. He's not gonna get benched. We know that. But this is a kid who's what? This is first year starting, right? Am I correct? As a
Yeah.
full-time starter, this was first. Thank you, bro. That's all I'm saying.
So the only thing I will say, I'm with you there because I can't remember who the Cowboys were playing, but they benched Dak. But I feel like everybody knew that Dak would still be the starting quarterback when he got benched that game.
It's still fresh for Penix, but they never said we'll see. We're gonna take it week by week. We'll reevaluate. See, they
That's
didn't give
true.
you any signs to say that. It's just Ted trying to use his numbers and go deep into his bag, and I feel him. I'm not even knocking you. That's the thing. I be giving you your props, but you
But I'm
take
saying though,
everything
the
as
same,
offense.
but
What
the
I'm
same,
saying is, you know how to run. You know how to spin it. That's what you're good at.
but what I'm
You
saying is
love spinning the argument. Go ahead.
that was from a rookie to get benched and having a vet for the backup. But I also watched the vet play terrible mid game and get pulled for Jackson Dart. So I'm saying, like, I done seen both sides of it
But see,
happen.
Ted, you don't add context. They've been saying all summer that Dart, the whole team, thought he should be starting. So when
Sure.
you start adding in that context, as a, like you just say something quick. Well, I seen a vet get pulled, so what's up? Now that's different
But
though,
I'm
bro.
saying, I'm letting you
They
know that I've seen both
honestly, I
situations.
get you, but Dayball should be fired because he knew who his starting quarterback was
I'm not
from day
disagreeing with
one
that.
and still put in Russell.
But that was them holding on to they did what Atlanta did last year. They paid Kirk Cousins all this
Yeah,
goddamn
but
money.
Hey man, we
But
got moving
come on,
along, man.
Ted.
We got moving along.
Ted, I'm
Y'all
just
was
saying the
talking
game was
for
over.
20
You
minutes.
you acting
I'm a,
like they benched him in the first quarter.
I never said that though, bro.
I know
I
you didn't,
never.
but I didn't say Ted. You said they benched him in the first quarter. I said Ted, you're acting like they benched him in the first quarter. That's
You're
the
act,
energy coming off
and
with.
the same thing that I just called you out about with the particular numbers. You didn't bring up the whole San Francisco 49ers offense being hurt, but you're talking about stats. That's what
I
I'm
didn't
telling
even
you.
get to tell you how I felt about the 49ers because you went off on the stat. 49ers
Hey
been
man.
making the way. We about to move on. We about to move on. Like Ted, look, Ted came on here. This is what he wanted. Y'all poked the bear. I'm gonna give y'all what you want. Pause. So again, all I'm gonna say is with the 49ers, they 4-2. I'm gonna say they 4-2, right? They've been mostly balling with Mac Jones, who I brought up earlier, a guy that we didn't even think should be in the league anymore, damn near. So they make shit shake with their quarterbacks and they coach. Penix, you just that even honestly, you're kind of feeding into me because you just said there's if you think there's a controversy, that's more reason why we know that Bijan's balling because Bijan, everybody knows where the ball's gonna go. For sure. Bijan, we definitely gonna say Bijan is more of a threat this year than CMC. That's what I'm saying. If you don't want to say that, that's fine. But I'm agreeing with Mitch, even though I don't want to. It's the truth.
Damn, man.
It's the
We had
truth.
this 30-minute segment. The only thing I wanted to do was say Bijan was better than fucking Gibbs. That's all I wanted to say that whole segment.
Well, you
I
knew
wasn't
what
even
was
trying to
gonna
bring up
happen, Mitch,
CS.
bro. He wanted to come on
God
here to
damn.
antagonize. That's what he wanted to
Damn.
do.
All right,
He
man.
wanted to
We're moving
antagonize the
along.
disruptor. That's
Moving
what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna
along.
disrupt. Let's go.
I have the
Disrupted
week
what? You ain't
7.
disrupt nothing.
We're
What are
Yeah, I
you
moving
did.
talking about,
along.
bro? You giving yourself
We
I had
self
you with the
proclaim?
side face,
You giving yourself self
leaning over
proclaim proclaimed
like the
aim?
youngest in the bunch.
What
You
does
got your
my age
toys
got to
took
do with
from
it?
them.
What does my age got to do with
You
this?
got your toys took from you. You was in your
What
feelings.
does the age
Go
got to
ahead,
do with it?
Mitch. Go ahead, Mitch. Go
What does
ahead,
the
Mitch.
age got
so
to do with it?
Go ahead, Mitch.
Talk
week
money.
Go
7,
ahead, Mitch.
week
Talk money.
7,
Go ahead,
week
Mitch.
7 power rankings. They came out. They got the Bucks 1, the Lions 2, Bills 3, Colts 4, Eagles 5. 6 Packers, Rams, Seahawks, Chiefs, Broncos. What y'all's thoughts, man? You think because some of these teams
Go
lost.
ahead, Ted.
The
I was
Lions
reading the
had a
comments.
bad
I didn't even hear it.
the Lions had a bad loss. The Bills had a bad loss. The Eagles had a bad loss. There's teams that they lost, And the Broncos, hell, they struggled against the Jets, and they're still in the top 10. So the Chiefs being at 9, should they be higher up in the power rankings?
I say not yet. I say I give you that same answer when you asked me if it was going to be like basically are we back in the AFC, right? Because we 3-3, we 500, right? But I can still throw up numbers like Pat has the most touchdowns in the NFL. Pat has the most passing yards in the NFL. Pat has only 2 picks. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. The storyline sounds better with Baker. Baker's 5-1, right? Baker has probably like within 80 yards of passing yards. Like I said, the storyline is better. And like I said, we're in the league and society that dubs matter. That's why everybody was so impressed with the Bills. But the Bills played the Saints, the Fins,
I just feel like the Lions,
the
the
banged
Bills
up
should move
Ravens.
down some.
Huh?
Like the Lions and the Bills should move. The Lions and the Bills should move down on that list a little
If
bit.
you still got
They
a
should.
like, they don't want to panic so much off of the L because they totality they got wins. Like the
It's
Bills
not a bad rankings just because you got to go off of strength of schedule too, right,
for
Mitch?
sure.
Now, in the moment, I can see why you feel the way you feel, but the reason why the Colts aren't higher, the Colts have only beat the Broncos,
Oh, yeah, they
and
haven't
even
played
though
nobody.
the Broncos are tough, like it was a close win, and they're number 10, right? So the Bills, they beat the Ravens early, and they came back from hell. Lions also beat the Ravens, and mind you, the Ravens are pretty bad right now, but those are games neither one of them were expected to win. The Colts Broncos, that was more of a toss up. Um, Packers, I mean, they fucked up when they tied with the Cowboys, and
And
the
the
Eagles would
and
probably
they lost to the Browns.
right that too, and the Eagles would
Like that's
probably be up there if it wasn't for Arthur Wine causing disruption like I caused, But except he ain't worried
I
about
just
the
feel like the
team.
Chiefs
I
got to be
always want the
higher,
team to
bro.
win.
Even the Chiefs. Ted, I know
Nah,
you're
nah,
trying
the
to be.
Chiefs is three and
I know
three,
you're trying to
bro.
be not. You're trying to be like
No, he
copacetic with the
ain't. They're
Chiefs. You
three
know what I'm
and
saying? Being
three.
modest.
They're three and
But
We're
they,
three.
500
I understand that a loss is a loss. But at least I don't know about all three, but at least two of them were one score game. Like it might have been all three.
because and the reason why I said the only reason why I would agree with you because like Tevin was saying, the losses are losses, but how loud are your wins and who are they against? Right?
Yeah.
We beat the Lions and the Ravens by double digits. But we also like Lamar Jackson caught a third quarter injury, hamstring, or they sat him out. Whatever the fuck is the storyline, because he still didn't play again, the following games or whatever the case may be. But they are injury prone. When the Lions and the Bills beat the Ravens, they was fully loaded. Everybody was there. This is before the neck injury of the D
That's true.
lineman that they just lost for the year. So like I said, this is where you put in the details of how you feel. I feel like me being a homer, the Chiefs should have a better record. But do I think that they need to be higher in the power ranking? Not yet. Let us beat the shit out of somebody else that's a top fiver, and then we can move up.
Okay,
Yeah, bro.
I get. I just I
They're
don't know,
three and
man.
three. They're the only three loss team in that top 10. And
We're the
even like the
scariest
Niners,
500 team. We can say
the
that. Cool.
the Niners are leading their division, and the Rams are in there, and the Seahawks.
That's
And
what I'm
they're
saying. It
only
should the record don't shouldn't
good.
always matter. I don't feel like the record should always matter because people know the Niners are winning. But they're not due to injury. You know they're not better than
But they're
probably most
balling
people.
though, because even with injuries, they beat the Rams. That's what I'm saying. Like you're basing it more so off of injuries count too, right? But
Yeah,
they
hell
beat
yeah.
the Ram. They beat the Rams.
By
They
three.
lost to
They,
the Jags,
they did
and
they
they
did beat
lost to
the
the Bucks.
Rams, but the motherfucker did fumble on the 1 yard line. It was the most
They
wildest
they
shit.
also
Kyron
beat
Williams
the
was on
Seahawks
bullshit.
too, Mitch. They beat the
They did.
Seahawks too.
Seahawks
Two
is a good.
teams that are ranked in the top 10. So if anybody, the Niners is probably the one we should be making an argument to
Go
move up
highest. Yeah.
That's a fact.
because
I
I
could
also
agree with
want to give
that.
a little props to. Did you say Pittsburgh in that?
Nah,
no, I ain't
Pittsburgh.
say
Pittsburgh
Pittsburgh.
Hey,
definitely.
Pittsburgh's been
Pittsburgh should.
Pittsburgh is
they
formed.
need to be in there too. They need to be in
But
there
that's what
too.
I'm getting ready to say because I'm listening,
Yeah,
right? We're talking about strength of schedule. We're talking about record. We're talking about people that they
yeah.
played. Like Pittsburgh
Oh
has
yeah,
been
Pittsburgh.
has been looking really good all across the board. You know what I'm
That's a
saying? This
fact.
is this is a whole new revamped team, right?
Hmm.
This team didn't look nothing like it did last year. They were in rebuild mode. Now they're competitive,
That's a
and then
good
this is
point.
the perfect time for the North to be represented by Pittsburgh. It's been a long time, right? They'd always be like a little bit above 500, be
Mm-hmm.
behind Joe Burrow and the Bengals, or be behind L. Jack and them boys. But now L. Jack is lingering injury. Joe Shiesty's out for maybe another 2 months. Browns is poverty right now, but then they're trying to be competitive for what it's worth. They play you hard because their defense is real good. But this is the perfect time for you to clinch the AFC North and try to possibly make some noise in the AFC in the off. I don't know, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, they definitely should be in the top. They should be in the top 10. My brother made a good point. I don't know if this is the reason why they're not in the top 10, but losing Fred Warner, that should bring you down to the rankings.
And
Like,
Bosa, right?
Like losing Fred Warner, bro. Like
He's gone for the season. That shit's cooked.
Yeah,
His
he's
ankle
gone.
is
So
detached from his foot.
But again, they lose people every week and figure it out. So
that's true.
That's more props to Shanahan, right?
That's why I rank them, because if you're losing people every week, and that's why me and Ted just had that big ass debate, because I look at Mac Jones, what he's out there doing. Honestly, Mac Jones is playing better than Purdy has played this year. Now, I don't know if Purdy is not playing good because of his injuries or if it's just a mental thing. I can't tell you that because I'm not Purdy. But I'm going to give him the BOD because he's been hurt. But honestly, the way Mac Jones is playing, I don't want Purdy to come back in.
So you taking that spot?
For now, yes.
I probably would. It sounds crazy, but
Mac Jones is balling, bro.
And then you give
Mac Jones. He's doing it hurt too.
You give Mac Jones, Ricky back, George Kittle back, Juwan back, and Brandon Ayuk back.
Bro. Yeah, and that's why I was on your top. They got really good backups. They got really good backup. Whereas I think Atlanta's more of a one-trick pony, bro. Like
Drake London's a dog, bro.
Drake London is a dog, and we're gonna get to that. But I don't got what do you got him right? You got him in your top 10?
Drake London might
be. Maybe this year. Got him in my top 10.
Maybe this year. I don't know. I wasn't prepared. Maybe this year. Maybe, yeah.
I don't know if I got him in my top 10. We got him over Puka. I know what your answer is that. CD?
CD was hurt, so I'm going to say yeah.
Okay. Well.
I'm only doing availability right now.
All right. So look, I ain't going to name the hurt people. We'll take away CD. We got him over Justin Jefferson.
Justin Jefferson heating up, so I'm going to say no still.
Jamar Chase.
No.
He's been struggling, but still no.
Is he better than Devontae Adams?
He's competitive this year.
That's
I'm
taking Devontae, but
you could probably
technically this season
might have better numbers.
This season you're taking Drake London. This season
Drake London just dropped $130. All right, who else?
So I'll take 3. Okay, let's go down the line. Let's see who's our next top dog.
You can't say AJ Brown.
You can say like Nico Collins.
Is he better than Nico Collins?
I might take.
Is he better than Devontae Smith?
I'm taking Drake London.
I'm taking Drake over Devontae this year.
Y'all love the hot shit. All right.
I mean, you asked me about this.
You don't really.
No, that's why I'm gonna take it off. Like, y'all said.
Tyreek got hurt.
Is he better than Jalen Waddle this year?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm taking Drake London.
Because Malik got hurt. Tyreek got hurt.
That's why I ain't named Tyreek Hill. I named Jalen Waddle because he's leading in receiving for them right now. Let's see.
Damn, I first Emeka Buka or Drake London. That's tough.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's not taking him over Buka. Hell no. Come on.
I don't know. I still might take.
He just got hurt.
I might take Drake London. What about in JSN?
Come on.
JSN number 1 right now.
He's not better than JSN. So
Drake London is cold.
Are y'all taking
Drake London is cold though.
Emeka or Drake?
Mecca's been playing better than him overall this year.
I can't argue the numbers. So
okay,
so
we're gonna take
Drake London though.
We're gonna take Emeka. All right, let's see. He's still in the top. George Pickens.
George Pickens had like 3 solid, crazy games, so I can't lie. But I'm still taking Drake London because Drake London's number 1 option. CD comes back, it's over with.
See, only thing that's man, George Pickens is man, but imagine Drake London getting the ball thrown to him by Dak Prescott.
Okay, so we'll skip it.
It's like, bro, like,
and he's better than Roman DJ.
I think y'all crazy as hell, but we'll skip him. All right, Amon-Ra St. Brown.
I'll take Amon. I'll take St. Brown.
All right, and then
I'd rather have Drake London.
Zay Flowers.
Drake London. It's not.
I'm not a big Zay fan, but Zay's numbers is good too.
Okay, so based off of y'all shit, he's number 8. To me, I would definitely take Pickens over him. because we just needed Pickens to be in a better offense to see what he's doing. I'm definitely taking CD because I know that CD wouldn't be hurt if his team wasn't dumbasses and gave him a fucking stretch play to run the ball.
I gotta get up
I'm
out of here,
taking
fellas. Y'all be good.
I'm taking all right,
All right,
bro.
so
I'm taking Devontae Adams for sure, for sure.
that's close. It's
And
close.
then I would take
Should
Waddle
we?
too. Yeah, I like London though. London ain't
No, Drake
bad,
London
but
is nice. It's just their team's coming along.
we don't know what Penix is yet. That's the key.
We'll have probably two more topics.
Zell, I seen you had me in the comments said my crash. Yeah, bro. I'm a crash out. Y'all know
uh,
this.
so you're a former Cowboys fan. What's your thoughts on the Cowboys game? 27-30, they lost to the Panthers. Rico Dowdle before the game was like, "Hey, they better buckle up," and then he went out there and them Cowboys defenders was like crash dummies out there, and they was not buckled up. What's your thoughts on Rico Dowdle and what the Carolina Panthers did to them Cowboys?
Hey, like Rico Dotto said, they didn't buckle up. They did not buckle up. And them boys, they got ran the fuck over. He said,
Facts.
move, bitch, get out the way. Shout out to
Facts.
Ludacris. I mean, honestly, man, shit like this is why I'm no longer a Cowboys fan because stuff like this makes my blood pressure go up. But now it's not my problem. It's above me now. So I don't really care from a fan perspective. Honestly, to speak from the Cowboy Nation, they need to fire Mark Ever Blues, whatever the fuck his name is.
Eberflus, yeah.
Stupid ass last name, stupid ass DC. He doesn't do shit for them. He's literally just out there. I don't even know why he got the job. He got fired from the fucking Bears, and they just got a brand new fucking quarterback. Why would you bring him there? But again, it's cowboy stuff. That's what they do.
So
So
with Rico Dowdle, so he was the backup. So Chuba Hubbard's the starter. So and Chuba's coming off an injury, coming back from injury. What do you think the Panthers should do? Because Rico, he went crazy these past two games, and Chuba's not a bad running back. He's a formula running back.
you
Do
got a
you
running back
50
tandem. It's an easy
50
question.
split or
It's a
put
running back
out
tandem.
hand?
You go with the flow, but you got to
Okay.
get touches. Everybody got to get touches because one, obviously Hubbard where he's at because they were feeding him too much, and he got hurt. Now you know that your backup is capable to run the show. Just balance it out.
Do you
I
think
mean,
do you,
they was doing it with the Jets until Braylon got hurt, and
Braylon
they
Allen?
had him doing too much. I mean, he was doing the kickoff receiving and shit too. That
Yeah.
I'm not about to have my dual back doing all that unless he's just a slight spell back. But yeah, they're just gonna they've already said it. We're gonna make sure he gets touches. So they just gotta
Do
they
you
gotta
think the
draw it up.
Cowboys you think they regret letting Rico walk? Because Javonte's been hooping except this past game. He didn't do shit against the
No,
Panthers.
Javante. I never got to. We had the great Ted debate. I never got to really tell you my 4 and 5. 4 and 5. I think I had Javante. I had him at 5. I either had him at 4 or 5 for sure. Because he's balling. Like I think he's fourth or fifth in total rushing yards right now. Yeah, I had Jacobs at 4 and Javante at 5.
Okay.
So, I mean, they got a running back who everybody pretty much wrote off, and he's doing his thing, right? So I think they're fine with Javante. I don't think they regret Dowdle. I think maybe they regret having Efer whatever Mark
Eberflus.
is
Yeah.
their. I ain't
Yeah.
saying his name right because he don't need to be in the league no more, and then I'll have to worry about it
It
again.
was pretty crazy. Like in
But
the key parts of the game, it was like 4th and 2, and they was in man coverage, which is cool. But the slot, like the nickel or the corners that were in the slot, they were like 15 yards off the ball, and it was 4th and 2. They were like, "What are they doing?" And what they do, they did like a
he
slant
does
right,
not know
right
what
there.
he's doing, bro. Like
It was too funny, man.
get Mark E the fuck up out of there, man. He need to be gone. So that's what I think they regret. But
Yeah,
Donald's just he's having a great year, and that happens sometimes. We've seen plenty of uh unsigned free agents or undrafted free agents turn into something special. I want to say that was the story of Mostert. Raheem Mostert. I don't think he didn't get drafted, did he? I want to say he
I don't
was
think so. If it was
undrafted
late,
free.
yeah.
And he didn't
It's
blossom.
crazy. You bring up a
Yeah.
good point when players like finally get their opportunity.
Yeah.
And they do like some players
He
like these
blossomed late
players.
in his career, and now he's.
Yeah.
I forgot he was in the league. I just seen him the other day with the Raiders. So I mean, you get
Yeah.
what you can out of most running backs, honestly. But when you got a gem like a King
Yeah.
Henry, you don't let him go.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's speak of King Henry and the Titans. We can talk about this real quick. You know, the Titans finally fired their head coach, man. I think it was. I think they should have been done last year, personally, but I guess they want to bring in a new quarterback and try to see if they can make something happen. But they fired him, and I don't even know if it's going to be helpful because
Why they
personally, as a
wait
Titans
so
fan,
long into the season though? Like what did
the
they give
season's
him an
done.
extra week because of y'all win? The miracle win?
I feel like it's the worst thing that could happen, even though they still fired him. But it's just
Yeah,
bad. And I'm not gonna say
just
it's
sends
all
the
his
wrong
fault,
precedent. Like, why wasn't he fired 2 weeks ago?
especially when the other team are like, "Yeah, man, we could tell in warm-ups that they wasn't even trying to be here." What?
They said that
What?
for this last game or the game before?
The not before it's the week before the Cardinals game. Whoever we played then, they were like,
okay.
"Yeah, we could tell that they didn't want to be here."
So
And then this week, what's my boy? My defensive tackle.
not is it Case? No,
I can't think of his name, but he's our best player.
Real Casey's the OG. He
came out and was like talking to our right tackle, who JC Latham, that came from Alabama. He's like, "Hey, bro, are you trying to? Or do you want to be here? Like, hey, man, what do we do? Like, the energy in the room is like so our season's done. Like, me personally, as a Titans fan, I feel like you just gotta go ahead and trade your best players and try to get some picks because
for sure
we're not going to do nothing. Like it's over. It's like, and I hate that it's kind of like when Urban Meyer was there for the Jaguars, and it was basically like a wasted year. Like, it was terrible for the development of the quarterback. This year, it's like, bro, what are we doing? Calvin Ridley got hurt, and it's not all his fault. Main thing is, I think it's an ownership problem. Our owner died a couple years ago and left it to his daughter. So his daughter's like, I think she has like 50% of ownership. So she's the one who's running it. You got rid of Mike Vrabel, which I feel like it was a terrible decision to do that. That's where it all went down. When we traded AJ, your boy Arthur Juan, we traded Arthur Juan, you traded Derrick Henry, you got rid of Mike Vrabel. That's when the shit went downhill. And we're trying to recoup from it. And that shit, you can't recoup that when your team is like, it's different when you have that franchise quarterback. Our team was based off of Derrick Henry, and you let that shit go, and you can't replace that, or try to. First of all, you can't replace Derrick Henry with just anybody. That's just not going to work, especially when you don't have the offensive line. You don't have none of this shit. So the season is like, I'm happy it finally happened because I've never been like, man. I was talking to my buddy that's a Louisville fan. I was like, watching the Titans was kind of like trying to watch Louisville Cardinals basketball play with Kenny Payne. It was hard to fucking watch. Like, it was like, bro, I love them, but I'm turning this shit off. That's how bad the Titans are out there. It is a tough watch. And the only reason some of the time I'm watching it is just because I got money on some shit, some of these players in the game. Mm-hmm. That's the only. It is awful.
You bet on your team?
Oh, no. It ain't people that they're going against. I want them to do something.
Right,
I'm done betting. I'm not betting on no players on the Titans. If you do, bet the unders.
Yeah, man. I don't know. Y'all organization needs just a facelift, man. Like, the people in charge, they don't know what they're doing. I don't know who your next coach gonna be. I do know one thing though. Y'all about to get this BTA this Sunday because y'all old coach, he gonna run that scope. Gonna run that scope.
He tried. Mike Rabel in an interview was trying to keep it humble, and I was like, nah, he ain't. He's like,
gotta drop 50 on y'all.
Nah, it's gonna be bad, and I hope he does. I really do. He should not have got fired. It's fucking crazy why he got fired.
Best thing ever happened to y'all. Made it work with the weakest fucking quarterback.
We had Ryan Tannehill, bro, and we should have beat the fuck. To be honest, the only reason we didn't go to the Super Bowl was because of Ryan Tannehill. I used to argue with Titan
fans all the time. They'd be like, Ryan Tannehill
He's
ain't that
terrible.
bad. I'm like, stop lying.
Terrible.
You don't like Ryan Tannehill. You're just riding the wave because y'all playing good, and I respect it. But keep it a beam, bro. You don't
He was
fucking.
average at best. Like he was average at best. The reason we
He
lost,
definitely got
I know
better
it's
with
obviously
y'all.
like we would have beat the Bengals in that playoff game. We sacked Joe Burrow, I think 8 or 9 times. The only way the Bengals were scoring is off of fucking Ryan Tannehill interceptions, and they got the ball in positive field position and kicked field goals. We lost off of 4 field goals. I think he had 3 or 4 interceptions. We should have played the Rams in the Super Bowl. The craziest shit in the world. I was like, bro, all thing he had to do was just hand the ball out, just not turn the ball over, and
Y'all
we would
wasn't
have
gonna
probably.
beat the Rams though, so
Oh, I ain't gonna say that. I ain't. Well, no, the Rams had a good
no,
defense.
no,
We had
y'all
they had
wasn't
a
gonna
good
beat
defense.
the Rams. Y'all
They
wasn't
did
gonna
have a
beat
good
the
defense, but Derrick
Y'all
Henry
wasn't
might
gonna
have
beat the Rams.
won
Y'all
though.
ain't had the offense to match them. They did.
Boy, that boy Arthur Juan was hooping that year though. He was Arthur Juan and Derrick
I mean,
Henry.
he might have put a $150 on that boy,
Oh, here you go. That hay on
Jalen.
Jay.
But
Here you go.
I'm just saying, bro, Jalen. What do you say? You tell me.
he is.
Yeah,
I
you tell me.
digress.
You tell me what he do against
We'll,
Arthur
we'll, end the,
Warren.
we'll end the pod with this. Did you see Tua in the post game and him saying basically calling out his teammates,
I
not
ain't
showing
even
up to
trying to be
prayer?
funny. I'm not even trying to be funny, Mitch. This is literally a man who has mush brain out there, bro. Like, that whole fucking organization's fucked up. That dude should not be playing football, but
Yeah,
they don't have a replacement for him. So they're making it work. At the end of this year, bro, I mean, honestly, at this point, they low key should tank. At the end of this year, Mike McDaniels has to go. Stephen A
which
was
sucks
talking
because
about
I
it
don't think
today.
it's
I don't know if
I don't think it's his fault. I really think his system
you
will work.
might
It's just
not, but
Tua. It's
he's
just
not
Tua.
a like Stephen A said it, and it's fucked up. But I'm gonna say he's not. I don't look at him as like a leader of men. He doesn't have anybody on his staff that's like that either. When you're not that type of coach, right? You need somebody that can lead the team, right? You don't have your quarterback's not the leader. The leader was Tyreek, and he checked out because they was ass, and he
Yeah.
knew it. And there was nobody holding the team accountable. You just need a fresh start, Mitch. I get what you're saying,
Oh no,
but
he's got to go. He's
Mike
gone. Yeah, for
McDaniel's got to
sure.
go, and he'll be fine. He'll go be an OC somewhere, like my Texans. He'll show out, and then he'll get another head coach job. But Tua, I mean, they just need to release him, and if somebody else wants to pick him up, they're fucking crazy enough to do that. That's fine. But honestly, Tua just needs to go back on the island, be in the sunset, and just chill, bro. Because you can like, I don't know if you watch him when he talks, he looks lost, bro. Like, I'm not trying to be funny when I say this shit, bro. The dude is really lost out there. So having that guy as your leader is crazy.
Yeah, it's bad because you had a players only meeting and you said some players didn't show up, which is fucked up. But here's the thing, like you said about leadership, if you're that guy, if you're that leader, they're showing up. So they
Right.
don't respect you, so they didn't show up.
Now, and
And you also aren't
again,
playing good.
who on
So
that team is that guy? They
it
don't
has to be
have one. The only one
Tua,
could be
yeah,
Tua, or
Jalen
you got to
Waddle.
go to your head coach. And Mike McDaniels is not that type of coach.
No, he's a
He's an
player's
X's
coach.
and
I mean,
O's guy.
yeah. So it was
So,
just I was like, he's out here snitching, and you're snitching, and you threw 2 interceptions. Like you're the reason why your team kind of lost.
but let's
Like
go back to the summer, how he did with Tyreek. He was all in his feelings, all hurt, but hurt. I get why you was upset. But if I'm a quarterback, especially Tyreek, I'm going to fix that. We ain't
right.
talking about some washed up has been. We talking about a guy who can still do a fucking post, hit a cross route and be gone. Like, I want that relationship to work. But Tua was too busy in his feelings because, I mean, honestly, I don't know where he is half the time. I don't think he knows where he is half the time. So
Zell said Tua snitched on himself and didn't realize it till the next day. His head gone. So
exactly.
yeah,
He said
which is a
not too much.
bad look.
Hey, listen, Big Brody. No, bro, you know your boy Jalen. He ain't, no. But
Yeah,
Jameis,
no,
J-Bo, my guy, Mr. Winston. We yeah, I fuck with Mr. Winston. Shout out to James.
So, so you think I'm not trying to bring? I'm bringing back up the Titans for Cam Ward. Would you take Mike McDaniel's
As an OC.
as OC? Because they,
If he
I didn't
wants to
say that.
come there and be an OC, I don't want no. I need somebody. Maybe if you
I'm
have
gonna tell you who
more.
they. I'm gonna tell you how they had the
Look.
front
So
runners for this
so
job,
so to go
bro.
with off, kind of go off what you just said. If you believe that Cam Ward can be the leader and just run it, which I do believe, and you have confidence in that, then Mike McDaniel's I guess makes sense. But I think he needs to. I need to see him go be an OC for a little bit, gain
Only reason I'm saying the people they
composure
had
and
as front runners, they
who.
had because of relationships of previous teams, they had Matt Nagy, trash.
No,
They had Arthur Smith, who's a offensive coordinator
no,
now for the. He was a trash
no,
head coach for the Falcons. He was great
no,
offensive coordinator for the Titans, so I get it, bring him back. But we also had
no,
Derrick Henry, so it was a totally different thing.
no,
And there's
no,
that Mike. They said Mike McCarthy. I guess that wouldn't be
no,
that bad.
no, no, no.
I'm cool with it if you bring Mike
Mitch,
McDaniels to run the
Mitch,
offense,
Mitch.
but
No, you
I
don't
hear
want that.
you.
You
But the
don't
Titans
want
ain't the
that.
Cowboys. The Titans ain't
You
the
don't.
Cowboys, so
It
we ain't
ain't even
gotta.
a. But this is the thing, though. Fuck who they are. Mike got kicked out by A-Rod a long time ago. The Packers definitely ain't the Cowboys.
Oh
And they
yeah,
had
that's true.
already put him away. So you need, bro, we just need a fresh, young face. Or we need somebody to come in that's a true leader, bro. Like,
Yeah,
don't
I feel like
give
it's
me
got to
these
be.
half-ass head coaches, man. That's all I'm saying.
It's probably it's no. The Titans are probably gonna pick somebody as previous head coach. I'd rather want it to be an offensive coordinator. Fuck our defense. Bring in an offensive coordinator that can try to do something good. That's an actual calls the X's and O's. Stop bringing me these offensive coordinators when the head coach calls the fucking plays and he's titled as offensive coordinator. Bro, our Shanahan was the offensive coordinator for the Bengals. He didn't call the plays. I don't give a fuck. So he's not doing anything. It's like Bieniemy when he was at the Chiefs. Everybody knows Andy Reid calls the plays. Not no knock on it because it's a black man get a job, cool. But he went to Washington and shit was trash. So not everybody's meant out to be a head coach. First and foremost, get your
So
money, get your chicken.
Eric's one of y'all choices.
No. I don't even know if he's
Okay.
still. He's no. I'm cool off
Yeah,
that.
no, I think he went back to college.
Yeah. So it's. You got anything else you want to get say before we get off here? Any more topics? Any more games?
Nah, man, it was a great pod, man. We had a little disruption, caused chaos, man. Man
It's
caused
crazy when
chaos
I'm
with
the.
the dips.
It's crazy that I'm the calm one. I'm not even
You
the
low
one
key, you
that's.
low key stirred the pot on that one to be 100 though. You kind of Peter Littlefingered from behind the scene, and I
That's
think somebody
crazy.
called you Weezy. I think somebody called you Wheezy in the comments like that.
My
Woo,
brother did.
woo, yeah. You
Yeah.
you was
What?
definitely stirring the pot, but you weren't the culprit today. It was definitely me.
Yeah.
I was
That's
crashed out
crazy.
pain. I was
I
crashed
was like,
out pain, but
damn. I
but
thought we
you,
was gonna have a little
you
conversation with
you know
them.
what? It's gonna always be because man, listen, the audience might not peep it, but Ted nice with that spin on the stats. He'll give you some quick stats and try to spin it. But me and you know, we know what he does. But
Hey,
it's
y'all
cool.
both
I
need. Hold on,
mean,
hold on. Everybody does it. Everybody does it.
everybody
Y'all
does it.
two,
Everybody
y'all
does
two
it.
do it a lot. Both of y'all
Everybody
do
does
it.
it. I do it too. But I admit to it. I don't care. He's not gonna tell y'all that though. Well, the numbers is what it is. But shout out to him though. Atlanta.
Hey, I'm glad my brother said this. You're a UK fan. I'm a Texas fan. We play this weekend.
Man, I don't know, bro. I don't care about that game. I
And it's
don't
home.
care
It's
about that
crazy where
game.
y'all's homecoming. That's crazy. It's so
It's
disrespectful.
stupid. It ain't crazy. It's dumb.
So at the
I have no answer
preseason,
for you,
I
big
thought we was
bro.
gonna kill. I don't. I'm not gonna come here and it's like, yeah, we're gonna kill y'all because y'all played teams good until like the third quarter. So
Listen, the fans are optimistic that Arch comes in there and plays like shit. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say Arch finds his groove against UK, and the Longhorns keep moving forward. Yeah, this team's not good. It's too much shit going on. They over here talking about Virginia Tech. I just want Stoops gone, like last year. So at this point,
Yeah,
I don't care.
I think we should win. Like I said against the Florida game, our defense should play good like they played against Oklahoma, and that should win us the game alone. No matter what Arch does,
Yeah.
that should be it. Hopefully, our defense can play good, and I hope we beat the dog shit out of y'all. But I just can't. I don't.
That's fine. Yeah, I
Our
hope
offense
y'all do
is,
too. If it gets Stoops out of there, I hope y'all do too. All right, man. Let's get up out
but
of here, man.
we should beat you all because it's disrespectful to put Texas as your homecoming game. That is
I think it's more of
crazy.
a SEC scheduling thing. I don't think
Okay, but
they
nah,
really
Zell,
want
I
to.
ain't going. Old lady, I shouldn't say this on the pod, but I'm going to. Fuck it. She got braces right now, and she embarrassed. She ain't trying to be in public and shit. So I ain't going.
Yeah,
I
she's
was gonna
definitely gonna
go.
cuss y'all. She gonna cuss you out. I ain't
Yeah,
decided
Pat.
that. I ain't decided. Zell. I'm gonna say
Y'all
this.
should go
I
though.
ain't
If you can
decided
have a
Zell.
chance,
I
go to
might.
the
We'll see.
alumni
We'll
shit.
see.
That shit is a vibe.
Nah, yeah,
One
I
of these
know. They
years.
finally, bro. When I was down there, I would, hey y'all wanna tailgate? Man, no, we don't do all that. Woo. Now all of a sudden it's a whole thing. So
Oh yeah,
shout
I
out
was
to
at
them
UK for like
though.
7 years. I ain't tailgating not one time. But
Exactly. I
that shit was
know.
fire. Yeah, that shit. I'm telling you, you get to see people you ain't seen in
Nah,
years. It's a
yeah,
good little vibe.
I've seen clips of it. My cuz is a big shout out Big Brit. He's a big part
Yeah,
of
yeah,
the
yeah. He's the one that I
yeah,
think he runs
yeah.
that
He's a
shit.
big part of
Britt,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, that's my big cousin, man. So I'm supposed to. I tell him every year I'm gonna slide, but we'll see. I don't know yet. I ain't decided.
Yeah, we're gonna try to get the group, the pod to go, one of these years. A lot of these dudes is
Yeah, I thought
married,
if
so
we
their
would have
wives
went
ain't
this
giving
year,
them a
I would have
pass.
definitely been in there for
Yeah,
sure. So
so but
maybe next
hey
year.
man, I appreciate you, I appreciate you chat, joining in with us. It was a crazy pod, a little,
Ain't nothing
hectic.
crazy. That's a regular day, man.
You know what I'm
Don't
saying?
hype it up. Don't hype it up too much, man.
Hopefully
It's
our
just a regular day.
hopefully the pod master, gets the intro and shit right. You know what I'm saying? We had a little delay in the beginning because of
Now
him.
that part,
You know what I'm
yeah, the
saying?
beginning of
Yeah,
the pod
Lee.
was
He's trying to blame
crazy.
it on my mic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Pause. He's trying to
yeah.
blame it on
The
his
beginning of the
microphone, man.
pod was definitely crazy.
So, but we
Yeah.
appreciate y'all, man. Comment, like, subscribe. We're on all streaming platforms: Twitter, Instagram, iTunes, Spotify, Twitch, all that, man. Just appreciate y'all joining us for the Thursday
Yes,
pod.
sir.
See you Sunday. We're gonna be coming back to y'all, bring y'all some more sports. The guys are gonna talk hella basketball because the season is coming up. They've been sending hella preseason videos in the chat. Like that shit matters. EJ's all hype. So tune in this Sunday. It's gonna be a vibe, man. Appreciate y'all boys. We out.